All right, and we are live. We are live. We are live. So as you guys come in, let me know that you can hear me and see me. We got a few stories that we need to get into, and then we gonna call it a night. All right, I know it's late. It's late on the East Coast. Hell, it's even late on the West Coast at this point, but it's been a whole lot going on. JLO didn't file for divorce. You know, she tried to do it all demure, all delicate, everything that she's not, with no prenup, no paperwork, no attorney, no vocals, no anything. All right, as you guys come in, let me know that you can hear me and see me. I'm already sweating. Good Lord. Why am I sweating? I'm already sweating. Good Lord. We just got in the show and I'm already in. Woo. All right. Let's hit the. Oh my God. Yes, we knew that divorce was coming. All right. Can y'all hear me? Think y'all can hear me. We're gonna get right on into it. Okay, perfect. So let's actually no, I need to leave that there. Let's go ahead. And I actually wanted to start with this lady right here. All right, where y'all go? I gotta pull my tab over. All right, so this is Jacquees. His former manager was his manager at one point. For whatever reason, she took to her Instagram live to go in on Jacquees, to go in on Deandra Sanders, and just to remind y'all who that is. Yes, y'all know they just had a baby together. I believe they had a baby boy. All right, Deandra, the daughter of Deion Sanders, and then Jacquees, the you know, y'all had a lot to say about Deandra. Y'all said that how is it that when she got a daddy that's an athlete, brothers as athletes, and she's had access to athletes ever since her period has had access to her body. Everybody trying to figure out how she went and got pregnant by a leprechaun and why she went and got pregnant by a leprechaun. Now, Deandra claims that this baby is a miracle baby. She says that she didn't think she was ever going to have a baby. I'm trying to figure out why all these young women be thinking they can't have no baby and they be young women, and then oops, biology does what biology does. Some about fibroids, some about this, some about that. I'm not gonna go in on her, but all I'm gonna say is, girl, you know damn well you can have a damn baby. Come on now, you knew that. All right, anyway. So just say you want to have a baby by the dude. Okay, so let's listen to what they manager had to say. Let's see.
Girl, they gonna have problems with that baby. That white baby ain't even his. Somebody send me a picture of that baby. That baby is white. Baby, who is it? Because the blood test is crazy. He know he was gonna have to get a blood test. Them people, all them boys she slept with, she told him she hadn't slept with when he found out she was pregnant. He know he got to get a blood test, child. He just want a baby real bad because when another girl had no baby from him. He know he got to get a blood test. Oh, he took a blood. No, he ain't take no blood test. That baby is white. That picture they sent me of that baby look white, child. And the ears, child, please. And the ears, they so stupid. Child, please. The ears white, the baby white. That baby ain't got no darkness in it. Boy, brother, you better go get a blood test. Thank you. Yeah, I seen that white baby. I seen that white baby. He better go get a blood test. Talking about Miracle Baby. Miracle Baby, y'all need to credit Barbie for giving her them supplements for her to get pregnant, because just like her family said, they told her at a young age she's not going to be able to have kids. She went and took that lady supplements. Y'all go on her page. She went and took that lady supplements and she went and got pregnant. Come on, Miracle Baby. That baby better be a miracle. Like his baby. Don't people like his people don't live in Tampa. He playing a dangerous game. Why would you think you could bully me? Out of all people, you bullied his dancer, you bullied your friend on the boat, you did all of this stuff. Why you thought you was gonna be able to bully me? Like, do I look like I got dummy or soft or something written on my forehead?
All right, so that was the manager. That was the manager of Jacquees, or I'm assuming former manager at this point, that said that Deandra, we're going to go back to Deandra, that's claiming that Deandra was slinging that coochie all around Dallas, apparently. slinging that coochie from sea to shining sea. Now, that whole white baby comment, let me tell you something. I don't know what babies she done seen. But I'm going to say that manager was definitely giving jealous. I'm going to write her a prescription to go find her some new clients and to go find her some business and maybe a man of her own to put something inside of her uterus so she is not worried about Deandra's. I don't give a damn if Deandra sold pussy for 49 cents. That's still Deandra's business, all right? Every baby I done seen come into the world pale and then they get their color later. So I don't know what in the hell she talking about that baby white. Every baby look white as far as I'm concerned. She sounded very jealous and looking very stupid in her garage smoking a fucking hookah. So we're going to move right along from that. The doctor's not even going to prescribe no DNA test for Jacquees. I truly believe that's his baby. Even if it's not his baby, he still wants the baby. He still wants to claim the baby. And we know if the baby only grow to be 3'5", that is his. And we know if the baby come out halfway singing like a fake ass tank, we definitely know that the baby is his. All right, so we can move right along from them too. All right, we got to talk about JLO and Ben. All right, JLO finally went and filed for divorce. Now, let's just get right on into it, okay? All right, let's just get right on into it. All right, JLO, let's be very clear. This is your fourth marriage, all right? And everything and everybody that you have tried, I don't want to be mean. Okay, should I be pot? Okay, should I be negative? I'm going to be pot. Okay, you suck, bitch. How about that? All right? 4 failed marriages. That means that marriage is not for you. You went and spent the block, wasted this man's time, and drove him crazy to the point where he didn't want to be with your ass no more. He moved out, got his own place, didn't even want you around his children, bitch. And now you had to go and file for the divorce. The divorce. Let's actually go read TMZ's article real quick, all right? All right, they say JLo did what seems to be the inevitable. She filed for divorce. All right. JLo filed legal docs in LA Superior Court, but they were not filed by a lawyer. Jennifer filed pro se, meaning by herself and without an attorney. Dude, don't y'all see that she's the problem? She didn't even go and consult an attorney to go and have this divorce filed. She just went and filed it herself. Now, let's make it very, let me make this very clear, Jennifer. You know, you think you was a singer and you never was. You think that you was a dramatic actress and you never really was. You did best playing a hopeless romantic. You did real good playing a toilet scrubber because, I mean, well, shit, that's what you is. That's where your people come from. That's really your lane, but you've always been trying to get up out your motherfucking lane. And now I guess you cosplaying as an attorney. You've been cosplaying as a singer for 35 years. The best cosplay you ever did was Selena, which is why we know your ass to this day. And you just went and filed that paperwork by yourself? Or is you fucking broke too? I don't think you broke though, but you definitely broke in. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me keep reading the article, right? So she went and filed them paperwork by herself. She listed date of separation as April 26, 2024. The couple got married in Las Vegas on July 16, 2022. However, today, August 20th, is also very significant for them, all right? This is their second anniversary, all right? And it's the second anniversary of the wedding ceremony they apparently had in Georgia. So I guess they went down there to a good old plantation in Georgia and actually had an official wedding, because God forbid you're not the center of attention, Jennifer. God forbid y'all could have just eloped and left it at that. God forbid y'all didn't have to put us in y'all business and make 13 fucking failed documentaries and albums that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for any of this shit, Jennifer. And honestly, nobody really ever asked for your hand in marriage. Let's be real. The best partner you ever had was Mark, because he checked your ass and kept your ass in your place, but you didn't like that because, you know, you was a leader. You was a nigga yourself. You like to call the shots even when you very wrong, very loud and very wrong, much like your vocals. Very loud, very wrong, very hard on the ears. At this point, even your routines is rough on the eyes. I don't know what kind of glamour spell you had over us for the last 30 years, but you used to give a little shimmy when you got on the dance floor. It used to actually feel like something, and now we just feel like I'm watching or old ass bitch in a senior citizen home. So instead of trying to grace the stage of the American Music Awards or a telenovela or trying to be on the Billboard Music Awards, I'm gonna need you to just start performing for nursing homes. Hell, you're always performing with a cane anyway, with the same difference. As a matter of fact, you and your fucked up steps, why don't you start singing for the elderly? They halfway can't hear. You won't even have to tweak your vocals because hell, they don't know the difference anyway. But y'all did. I mean, they both Leos. This was definitely not destined to work. Big Leo. Big Leo, like all the attention, like to be in everybody's business, like for everything to be about them. Always want to be in charge. Never want to admit they wrong. Big Leo. Now you finna be by yourself. Now, let me finish reading this for y'all before I give y'all the real scoop. You know, I give y'all the jokes than the real. Okay, that would mean earnings profit. Ben and Jim Men during nearly 2 years is community property. I don't know why always calling me. For instance, since they tied the knot, being started and blah 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 blah. Okay, so long story short, listen, JLO ain't asking for no alimony. Obviously, they don't have children together. They didn't have no prenup, but as far as I'm concerned, they can just take what they both came with and move right along. Now let's get to the real scoop, okay? Let's get to the exclusive, all right? Now, according to my source, is y'all ready? You want to know the real reason why they getting a divorce? Y'all want to know the real reason why they're getting a divorce? I don't know if y'all ready. I don't know if y'all ready. She did sleep with Drake, but that was years ago. Yes, please. Y'all say yes. All right. Don't call me no conspiracy theorist. All right. So from what my source is telling me is that one of Jennifer's kids is trans. Will be transitioning. Mark Anthony is not in agreement with it, but Jennifer is. And Jennifer wants to push it. And Jennifer wants to make a spectacle out of it. Jennifer wants to do interviews. Jennifer wants to take a page out of the Dwayne Wade Gabrielle Union playbook. The Charlize Theron Megan Fox playbook. And she wants to put her kid out there on the front screen, on a big screen, not just for vocal lessons. Because her daughter damn sure got better vocals than her. Thank God she looked like her pappy and she sang like her pappy. All right. Not just in music videos. She wants to put her out there, put her business out there and fully push. I wasn't supposed to say which kid it was. You get my point. One of her kids, I kind of already said it, is allegedly trans and JLO wants to push it. Mark is not in agreement with it. And because of that, Ben Affleck was vehemently against it. And that is why he left her. And that is why he got his kids away from her, because he don't want nothing to do with that lifestyle. And Hollywood, in order to keep working and keep going, you know you have to give up something. And this new thing, it ain't really about, killing your mama. It used to be, you just kill your mama, or your daddy, and you good. Or you do a 2-for-1 special. Maybe you take out 2-3 relatives. Now, they don't want to do it anymore. So they're like, okay, somebody gonna be LGBTQIA2+. Somebody has to push the agenda. Somebody in your family. You gotta give up one of them. Ben wants nothing to do with it. Ben does not agree with their lifestyle. And Ben feels that children are not mentally astute enough to make that kind of decision. Ben feels like if this child is going to do that, let them do that when they're grown. Not right now. And we definitely don't need to put it in the media. But JLO is not hearing that. And that is why they broke up. That is why Ben moved the fuck out. And that is why that is why Ben nor Jennifer Garner wanted JLO around those kids. And even when JLO popped up at that family event, it was a school event for one of Ben and Jennifer Gardner's kids, JLO popped up. She was not invited. And then you see when Ben walked out separately from Jennifer. Listen, they don't want her nowhere near around. It's done. That's the real scoop, and that's the real tea. He couldn't take that shit no more. He felt like this was going to be a bad influence on his kids and try to talk one of them even into being trans. I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just telling you what my source told me. Now, let me give y'all some more tea. Some more tea is that JLo and Mark Anthony have been fighting for custody over them twins for years. We just really didn't know it, or nobody was talking about it, or maybe JLo was paying off the blogs and talking about it. But I didn't know that they was going back and forth with custody with the kids anyway. But apparently Mark now wants full custody, baby. And it's going to be a situation of like 80-20, and it's probably going to go in Mark's favor because Jennifer was always on the road and working and doing a movie anyway. So she wasn't really around the kids anyway. It was always a nanny. It was always a mammy. And a daddy ain't going for it. They going to use that alcohol story and, oh, she drinking too much and she this and she that. JLo don't even drink that much because JLo is a workout freak. So she just sells us that liquor. I ain't never bought the shit, but she just sells us that liquor Dolola talking about. That was a nickname for her, Jennifer. Let's be very clear. I am never in no century, not in this one or the next one, gonna call you Dolola. And ain't nobody ever called you Dolola, but you damn sure is deluded. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. Let's move right along. Okay, move right along from that. Moving right along from that. I'm just telling y'all what I heard. We're gonna talk about Beyonce. Beyonce, y'all, on his mouth like liquor. All right, so Beyonce in the heat of the night then dropped a whiskey line called Sir Davis. Apparently, this liquor is named after her grandfather or great-grandfather, and now we know why she named her son, well, her autistic son, Sir as well. Let me tell you something about Beyonce, and let me just say this to Beyonce and Beyonce's team, okay? Beyonce is attempting to throw anything at the wall and is hoping that something sticks, okay? Beyonce does not have a personable brand. Beyonce stopped talking to us around the time that Wendy said she sounded just like a fourth grader, and we don't know Beyonce. We don't know who she is. We don't know what she likes. We have no idea what her personality is, and Beyonce and her team does not realize you cannot push and sell products like it's 1995 or even 2005. It is 2024. We do not buy the products, we buy the person. All right. I love Rihanna. I want a Savage Fenty contract one day, but baby, ain't nothing special about them panties. We know them panties are made in China. We like it because we like Rihanna. Do you understand? Do you understand? Kylie Cosmetics didn't sell because it was anything special. It's because so many little girls looked up to and idolized Kylie. We know when these celebrities and influencers come out with products that they are not in their garage whipping up shea butter and sewing clothes. We know that shit come from a sweatshop in China and India. We know. All right. So her team does not understand that simply throwing shampoo and throwing liquor, dropping it like an album, it doesn't sell the same, and it's all a failure. Okay. Now, I already told y'all Beyonce and Jay-Z been separated. There will be tea that comes out on Jay-Z probably 2025, maybe even going into 2026. He's no different than the Diddy's, the Dr. Dre's, and who else? Oh, and the Russell Simmons of the world, all right? He just, for whatever reason, it ain't his turn to be exposed yet. Right now, it's all about Diddy, all right? So she is trying to make as much money as she can make, tour as much as she can tour, but really all the celebrities are touring because everybody's broke. And pretty much during the COVID, when nobody was working, pretty much all the black celebrities was taking out second mortgages on their houses, taking out loans on their assets. That's really how rich people get by. I don't know if y'all realize that. That's why you be like, damn, why they trying to sell that house for like $70 million? Baby, it got about 2-3 mortgages on it. That's how they pay their bills. Every single business venture that Beyonce has tried has flopped because we do not know her. We don't know you, boo, and it ain't working, and that's why it's not, and that's why it hasn't worked yet. Beyonce is definitely attempting to do ancestral veneration, ancestral magic by naming this after her grandfather. You know, if you look on her Instagram, she got a picture of her grandfather. She writing letters to him, you know, talking to the ancestors. She doing her hoodoo, her voodoo, but it ain't working, boo, because we don't know you. There is no marketing behind this. There was no push behind this. You didn't even try. You dropped a $100 whiskey as if you don't understand who your dynamic is. First off, your demographic. First off, your demographic is not drinking whiskey. First off, okay. Second off, we don't even know what Beyonce liked to drink. Now, Meg Thee Stallion coming out with liquor makes sense because that bitch been an alcoholic since she got shot in her hooves. This does not make sense. They're throwing everything at the wall and hoping that something sticks. Beyonce is fronting her own money for these business ventures because no stores are picking it up. It's all going to be so. If you see this shit in stores, just know, baby, it's going to be limited edition. The girl don't sell shit. It is what it is. And some more tea, Beyonce originally wanted to try to sell this whiskey for $200. And we damn sure wasn't going to buy that. So maybe y'all will buy the whiskey, maybe not. I don't know. If Beyonce's team was smart, we would literally see her go live, making drinks, talking about it. I don't understand. I can't wait until I open up my agency because I don't know who these people are hiring, but y'all do not know how to sell shit. I'm trying to think. Actually, for Beyonce, if she was going to come out with anything, it should have been a wig line. It should have been a wig line. And I think it's also time to admit that Cowboy Carter wasn't all that. Okay, no shade. No shade. We're going to move right along. All right, we got to talk about Tyrese. Tyrese finally got on the Breakfast Club. DJ Envy finally let him in, and he was crying and all on the mic. Okay? Truth of the matter about Tyrese and why he's really stressed, why you see him on the subway with them, what's some things that your phone can scan? What's some things phone can scan or whatever, trying to sell his music, sell his whatever. Tyrese is going through financial problems as well. All right. And I know everybody's saying, where the Fast and the Furious money at? You got to understand, this man got 2 divorces. All right. So it's 2 sets of alimony, 2 sets of child support. He got a young girl he dating now. The QR code, thank you. He got a young girl he dating now. Tyrese is bleeding money. And the work is not coming in. The work is not coming in quick enough. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to play this here, and I want to get y'all thoughts.
Like I think about, Brother Paul Walker, and I think about
John
Singleton, your mother,
divorce. Both of my sisters died.
Yeah, your sisters. People don't look at divorce as grief, but you did. You lose things. You probably lost a lot of friends when you went through your mental health breakdown. Are you really, really, really? Have you really taken the time to deal with all of that grief? Or do you just try to stay busy to avoid it?
I'm doing the best I can with every 24 hours I get. That's it.
Get some tissue from it, brother.
No, I don't need no tissue. Black men cry.
That's right.
need no fucking tissue.
Yes, you do need some tissue. Okay. Now listen. I'm all here. I'm all here for black men expressing themselves. I'm here for it. Cause sometimes you gotta cry. It's just some shit just requires tears, okay? But am I the only one that hates crying publicly? I just don't like crying publicly. You know, like let me just go home and get in my closet, no pun intended, and cry. Let me get in my prayer closet. He said, I don't need no fucking tissue. Well, in a minute, you finna do the ugly cry and the snot finna be coming out. So you probably do. You probably do. All right. But let's get back to it.
Every 24 hours I get, I'm doing the best I can. Beautiful Pain, 1992. There is no square footage I could ever live in. There is no rims, no jewelry, and no car. There is no net worth. There is no press release. There is no co-star. There is no collaboration in the world that could ever replace my mama. That could ever fill the void of what it's like to wake up and get married and want to be in something for the rest of your life. And it goes away.
You're making me cry.
Get Tyrese some tissue. Yeah,
I don't need no tissue.
Man, you're U.S., man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love you.
You've been
too,
holding
buddy.
this
Do
in
you
the whole
understand how
interview,
much
though.
power it is in letting it go?
Yeah, because you've been holding it the whole interview. I've been watching you.
You asked me the question.
I did, but I mean, I'm getting you.
You should have never asked the question
I love you.
if you didn't want to see
I love you, brother. I love you. I love you.
how hard it's been to get through.
Wow, a hug. Listen, to be fair, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I know people want to drag Tyrese, but to be honest, you know, he brought up his mama. I just, you know, I can't help but take the damn tissue. Take the damn tissue. Take the tissue, Tyrese. He said, you should have never asked me the question. Okay, I get it. You know what I think it is? I think when people cry, it just makes people uncomfortable and like we don't really know how to sit in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Is it just me? Okay. All right. We're gonna keep going. But I ain't never seen Charlamagne get nobody no hug. Not Charlamagne growing up. Charlamagne old ass is trying to get into heaven.
I love you.
You still gonna
Okay, do you
burn
not
in hell for raping that girl, bitch.
cry?
Absolutely.
You might not bring it to the radio,
Absolutely.
but this is what being grown
Thank
is.
you, brother.
I'm not doing this.
I need one. My makeup going mess up. I didn't
Hear me.
My concealer
Hear
is
me.
sitting today.
See?
Hear me. Black men cry. When divorces happen, women aren't the only one that are devastated. When a miscarriage happens,
Damn, who
women are not
miscarried?
the only one that you should be checking on.
All right, just
When you can't put food on the table because your career goes up and then it goes down, stop calling, skipping over the man, and just checking on the woman.
now. He kind of told y'all, we're telling y'all right there. I told y'all Tyrese going through it. Let me play this other clip. Tyrese going through it.
I was really a mass singer.
Okay, actually, no, I don't think I am going to play the next one. Anyway, with that being said, all right, with that being said, according to what I've been told, Tyrese going through it. Tyrese is bleeding out money quicker than he can make it. And Tyrese is panicking. In addition to that, I've been told that Tyrese done burnt so many bridges, it ain't even nobody that's willing and wanting to come to his aid right now. Let me tell y'all something. These celebrities struggling, regular people struggling, and the Lord put it on my spirit to tell y'all, don't feel bad about what you're going through, because, baby, most people going through it right now in some way, shape, or form. I'm even seeing people, certain people, you know, that some people I know that you know, got money, and I'm seeing them work like they broke. Shit getting different at 2024. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. We low key need another shutdown. I ain't trying to be funny. You know they say the monkeypox is coming. We low key. Is it selfish? I kind of want another shutdown. Is it selfish? The Lord put it on my spirit to tell y'all, let that shit, whatever it is, let it go. It's hard out here for everybody. Even the people that got it is working their ass off to keep from losing the shit. But hold up. I want to make sure I get all this tea. Somebody said Nick Cannon. Well, you know Nick Cannon can't stop working because he got all them kids. Okay. Make sure. Okay. All right. Hold on. Make sure I'm getting to everything. Okay, yeah, that's it. He broke and ain't nobody answering that phone no more. All right. I'm with you, so shut it down. Listen, people have been weird ever since the shit has opened back up anyway, low key. Everybody's been weird. Okay, moving right along from that, we got to get on over to Halle. Halle and her ex-husband, Olivia Martinez. You know, she got the little boy by him, and then she got the daughter, Nala, by that model, Gabriel Arbery. Keep in mind, she was never married to Gabriel, but she was married to Olivier, and then she pays both of them child support. So this is another one that is bleeding more money quicker than she can make it. That's why Halle be stressed. All right, Halle out here stressed. Mary J. Blige paying $33,000 a month to Kendu is out here stressed. Tyrese is stressed. The people are stressed, baby. All right. Now, as you guys know, Halle got a new man. His name, what is that black man's name? Anyway, she got a new man. They live together with the kids, and to just put it plainly, they want to do family therapy with the children. You know, Halle really wants to make sure that the children is transitioning well with the new guy, with the new boyfriend. Olivier don't want his son around the new man. Olivier allegedly is also a racist. Olivier allegedly also tells the little boy, "You're not black, you're white. You're not one of them. You're one of us." So Halle somehow managed to not have a baby just by one racist, but two racists. Not one, but two. Because remember with the first baby daddy, he was trying to perm the little girl hair and bleach the little girl hair. Y'all remember that? Then he beat up the model. Yeah, because Olivier, he's a boxer. But from what I'm being told, Halle don't like that he tells the little boy, "No, you not black, you white. You're not black like your mama, you white." I'm just saying, she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that. Now I'm trying to figure out what did she expect getting with a Wonder Bread man? Yeah, of course they gonna be a certain way, girl. They Wonder Breads. How did you manage to get with not one racist but two? How did you? This is what I'm not understanding. How is colored women out here getting with white men and then having to pay them? The whole point in getting with one of them is because they're supposed to be taking care of you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know, but Halle doesn't like it. You know, Halle says she's black. So listen, it's a whole lot of shit. It's a whole lot of racism. And Halle want to put the little boy in therapy and family therapy with the boyfriend, and Olivier is not having it. Okay. So they're also about to really start fighting for custody over the kid. She wants full custody. He wants full custody. To be real with you, he don't even want his white son being in the house with that black man. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. She should have just had kids with Eric Benet. She should have just had a baby with Shamar Moore. How do you get without? How do you? I'm not understanding what y'all doing out here. Oh my God. Now, we're going to move right along from that. I ain't got nothing to say about them. All right. Now we got to talk about Queen Naija and Clarence real quick. Y'all know Queen Naija is a YouTuber, so was Clarence. And Queen Naija has been all over the internet, all right? Not only asking for ways to lose weight because she went and got the Shekinah Joe treatment. She went and got 3 failed BBLs, looking more and more like a hobby each day. That weight then came back because she can't stop eating. She can't stop being at the crab boil, and she can't stop eating fried chicken and drinking liquor and drinking wine. All right. She can't stop making love to her man and eating ice cream in the bed. So now she officially got a big back. She walking around here looking like a linebacker and looking just like Shekinah Joe. Now, all right. Everybody's saying he fine as fuck. He fine. He fine. Yeah, that's the problem. She went and got a fine nigga from New York. See, y'all got to be careful of pretty niggas. Because pretty niggas don't like to work. Pretty niggas is the prize. And now 6 years later, after Queen Naija then gave this fool a baby, a career, a nice ass house. I used to drive by her house all the time in Atlanta. Fire ass cars, clout, a career. It's to the point where now he don't even upload like that. She on the road singing, giving us songs that are 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I miss the days when singers, because this midget ass, moppet ass looking lady can actually sing. I will give her that. She funny built. She funny looking. Just because you mix don't mean you're gonna be cute. That's another thing. Just because you mix does not mean you're gonna be cute. She is a funny looking light skinned chick, but like funny light skinned face. But she went and got a fine nigga from New York who ain't done a mother thing for her, but her, and make her a baby mama. The only difference between him and Chris Sales is that at least Clarence ain't went upside her head yet. I told y'all about them New York niggas. Once you let one of them in your house, you can't get rid of them. And don't let them look like this. And if y'all think that he ain't around on her, you crazy. They just keep it on the low. We ain't found out about it yet. He ain't keeping all this to, yes, New York men are dangerous. He ain't. That's why New York women don't date New York men. I mess with a wise woman in my life. I always ask her, why you don't, get you, you don't want a man from the Bronx. You don't want to, no. No shade. All the fucking women from New York come down south. I want me a Southern man. Why you don't want your Northeast man? Y'all grew up with the no. They all run down south. No shade. But I'm messing with you. Anyway, with that being said, she run around here looking crazy, looking sad, hinting at the fact that he won't marry her. After 6 years, a baby, a career, she basically gave this nigga life. When she got with him, he was living in his parents' basement. Now he driving Lambos and living in, $1 million townhomes in Atlanta. And he still won't marry her. Big Sean won't marry Janae. Who else out here begging for a ring and begging for marriage? Who else out here begging for a ring and begging for marriage? I forgot who else. But listen, I want to let you know, this is no shade to you, Queen Naja. I just want to let you know he's never going to marry you because you've already given him everything. He's never going to marry you, dear, because he has no incentive to. He already has a child and he has a son. He has a submissive provider for a girlfriend. He work when he won't, fuck when he won't, hang out with his friends on the video games. He has no reason to marry you, darling. You've already given him everything. And if you were smart, you would have never gave him that. See, ladies, your power is in safeguarding your womb. Miracle Watts, that's another dummy. That's another one. I'm here to let you know, Queen Naja, that this man does not love you. He's not crazy about you. You're crazy about him, but he's definitely the prize. You definitely pursued him. You definitely were in your masculine. And he had no problem being in his feminine, baby. Did you feel like nobody was gonna want you because you was a baby mama? You had a baby with Chris. Is that why? Is it the sex? Is it the dick? Everybody didn't heard about it, Queen. We already know what is given, but there is more to life than penis. It's sad when a lot of you ladies is out here giving up your good years for a penis. As if you can't find another one. A man knows right away if he wants to make you his wife or not. A man knows right. I don't think y'all hear me. A man knows right away if he wants to make you his wife or not. After 6 years, he doesn't. Because the truth of the matter is, he still feels like and he knows that he can do better. He just don't have a brand outside of you, but I'm definitely here to let you know if he was to somehow pop off and we wasn't saying Queen and Claire Bear, Queen and Claire Bear, Queen and Claire Bear, and we was just saying Claire Bear, Clarence. Y'all say Clarence. I say Clarence. If we just start acknowledging him as his own man, he's going to leave you quicker than Octavia Spencer walk out of a Weight Watchers meeting, baby. He gonna leave you quicker than you get on that fucking plastic surgeon table. And we know you quick to hop on the table and slow to hop on a bike. You've had a horrible taste in men and a horrible taste in baby daddies, and you ain't never been able to get it right. You know why? Because you don't love yourself, lady. You around here begging for a man to, and he don't even give him a shot. They don't give a damn about that, bitch. When y'all going, and I'm not calling you no bitch, I'm just saying bitch in general. When y'all gonna learn that men don't care that y'all damn near giving your life damn near dying, pushing out our kids and shit? We really don't care. We have no idea what that's like. No concept for it. No, and most niggas don't have empathy for it. Y'all be on that fucking bed giving birth the way you ain't supposed to be giving birth because you're supposed to be squatting on your back, damn near about to meet Satan himself. And we over there playing video games and ordering some Uber Eats to the hospital because hospital food sucks. We don't give a fuck. Niggas don't even have no empathy for y'all when y'all had period pains. I couldn't tell you what a period pain is like. I couldn't fucking tell you. But while you keeled over because you feel like your fucking uterus is trying to eat you from the inside out, we talking about your mouth still work. Your booty hole still work. Relax. Go get the lube. I go get the lube. These niggas barely want to eat coochie. Barely want to take it slow. Just want to ram some shit up in you. Won't even let your body relax to take it. We don't have no empathy for y'all. When y'all gonna learn that? When y'all gonna stop being stupid and learn that you cannot love a man out of his bad behavior? You can't love a man out of his bad behavior. You can't love y'all raggedy ass sons out of their bad behavior either. But I don't even want to get on that because y'all damn sure ain't gonna, y'all baby, my baby boy, my baby. He needs discipline and structure and boundaries. Soon as y'all realize and accept these men don't care, y'all will know how to carry yourselves out here. You had a baby, they're trying to fuck you 2 weeks later, won't even let a full month go by. Ain't nowhere to be found. Talk shit about you if you're a baby mama. Talk shit about you if you give the baby to a vacuum at Planned Parenthood and Margaret Sanger and wherever they sacrifice the fetuses and sell it on the black market. They talk about you either way. They talk about you if you give it up for a dot. They just talk about, they don't like it. They need boundaries, discipline, and structure. That's how you get what you want. Not trying to love a nigga and buy a nigga. Don't you know the more you buy him and do for him, the more he despises and hates you? Every man struggles. He's supposed to pull himself out the struggle. Not you going and trying to pull him out, taking all his manhood away. Then he got to find that manhood somewhere, and it's usually in the bottom of another bitch pussy. Anyway, I said all that to say, if he ain't married you by now, he not. You done gave him everything. Your body, your womb, your time. What? Marry you for what? First thing he gonna say, what is it gonna change? Because I know you bought that house, Queen. Let me ask you something. You put his name on the deed? I never understand how y'all go buy a house with him, but why they so scared of me? Nah, don't flip. Nah, y'all gonna flip this shit on me. But to be fair, I'm not trying to live with nobody. That's a little different. I ain't trying to live with nobody, and I ain't put nothing in nobody's womb. I stay alone. But why do y'all go play house but won't just get married? What is the real issue? And I don't want to hear nobody else talking about, no, she gonna take half. Half of zero is still zero. What is the problem? Or do they just be so stuck on a man? I don't know. One, I don't date men, and number two, I've never liked nobody that much, so I don't. You don't see it for what it is. Like, you done gave him everything. This like playing spades, girl. You done showed all your cards. Like, he got you. He own you. He own you. Said if you're not getting what you want, need, then leave. That's what I'm saying. Leave. Cashapp said light skin behavior. You know what? I'm not playing with you. I don't know nothing about that. Oh my God. Clarence already gets everything from her. That's what I'm saying. What? I don't care how many threesomes you give him. I don't care what you do. It ain't. If he don't want to marry you, he not. And you know the crazy thing, if she leave him today or tomorrow, he'll go marry the next bitch. I don't know. I don't get it. Y'all know I don't do relationships, so I always speak from a place of logic, not emotions, because I don't understand the emotional part. I don't know. You know, I be seeing y'all online doing those things where y'all show like what y'all use that CeeLo song. I remember when I lost my mind, and you show like the crazy things you did for love. I've never done that, darling. And I'm like, I've never loved nobody. I've definitely never loved nobody like nobody enough to. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the link. And pin the chat if y'all got something to say. Let's see. Boom. Pin the link. Okay, I can cut the cam off. All right. Anybody want to hit that link? You can. I'll answer some questions in the meantime, and then we'll call it a night. I know it's late. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday about to be Wednesday. Okay. Clarence got the Jezebel spirit. True. You looking good. So, but thank you. I appreciate that. That's exactly the true Storm. If she drop him, the next woman he dates is gonna be down. Yeah. Like I said, I don't date. So I don't get it, but I'm like, do y'all not have these discussions when you start to talk to somebody, or do y'all just be getting knocked up so quick? I don't know. I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge. I've never been in that position. So is it a soul tie? Okay. I got a few of those too, but that ain't making me lose my mind though. I can't call. I talk too much. I'll be here all night. Thank you, Jolanda. We need to leave rebounds where they at from the jump. That's true. Yet you are judging. Listen, I just don't understand. And I hate to see her go out like that. It's bad. These men sell pipe dreams to women, literally and figuratively. Probably she's stigmatized. Well, I mean, she's already said he's the best that she's ever had. And he's way better than Chris. She's already said that. So I get it, but it's more to life than sex. And he is not the only dude out here that got good sex. Noah Sakachi has a beautiful voice, but I think that man and her deal got her messed up. Ooh, but her voice is amazing. Okay. She's been with him far too long not to be married. I agree. Until you're married as a woman, your options should stay open. Don't sip around. No facts. She'll wake up on her own time. A lot of men here are good in bed. Now, that's what I'm saying. He ain't the only one. Let me ask y'all this. Is this also an example of why y'all say the man should not be the prize? Like the man should like the woman more than she like him a little bit? Is that why? Is that why y'all say that? Fornicating will never be good. That's a good point. I need to go on a celibacy journey like Omarion. Alexa J, you ain't never been slow for no man. Stop the capping. Like, come on. Shay said you ain't never been slow for no man. Shay said, "Don't play." The man should never ever say that they're the prize. Listen, I'm about to do it because I already sat back and realized, like, damn, and I have to keep it real. My money was always flowing in the best when I wasn't doing nothing. Omarion needed cleansing from his teen years with his older Omarion slept with his. Okay, you know what? I'm not going. No, you. Storm, I appreciate your honesty. This is the issue no one wants to talk about, the men or the prize. Well, yeah, I think in relationships where the man is the prize, I just don't know if that works for the woman. I don't know. Simone's husband thinks he's the prize. I stopped drinking and my channel has been growing. That's a good point. That was your sacrifice. You gave up something for that. Okay. 1 month. I'm gonna tell you that 1 month that I was celibate, I ended up like quadrupling my income that month. That was last year, I think. Yeah, almost a year ago when I did that, like in November. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Yep. So even the good Lord say the woman is supposed to be the prize. I think the woman has to be the better looking one too. I think when the man is the better looking one, I don't know. That's true. But I also feel like it's an energy thing too, because somebody was telling me like there's some people have like a spirit of poverty on them. Like when you out there, you give yourself it's you right, no distractions, but also it's something energetically too. But you're having right, she ain't 30. Yeah. Queen is only 28. Everybody learned eventually, but how can you judge if you have been slow? Oh, y'all going in the chat. Ain't nobody try to call in Lil Jones. They said storm up here judging. We ain't got the time. What he do for work? Where he get his money? Well, she helped him get his channel up. And other than that, he be chilling. Like Clarence be chilling. They make enough money from YouTube. Let's go look up how much they make on YouTube. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Where do you? Wait. I know where I can go find it. Okay. And let me put in the channel. Let me just see how much Queen makes. She ain't been uploading though. That's the thing. So she probably. Okay, yeah, ain't no earnings available, yeah, because she. Yeah, because she ain't been uploading. Beyonce needs to come return. Her name ain't holding the same weight. Wow, you have to give a little to give a little, B. Yeah, I think Beyonce needs to do that residency in Vegas. I think that'll actually give her some stability. She needs to do a residency in Vegas. YouTube. Hey, I heard Snapchat really pays creators like a lot. I heard Snapchat pays creators, and I got to get over on Snapchat. I didn't even realize that. How was Essie? Essie's good. I just talked to Essie a few days ago, actually. Yeah, I looked her up on Social Blade. There's nothing available, but she hasn't uploaded in the longest time. They pay 5 to 10 really per month. I'm trying to think, what would I do on Snapchat, or would I just put the same content? You know what it is? Y'all know I'm like an old man in a young man body. So when it comes to some of these platforms, I'll be like, I think, it feels young. You know, I feel like I'm too old for it or something. I know it's all in my head, but what's going on, Sky?
Hi, Storm. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I love listening to your channel. I was just listening in. I just wanted to say, because it was going back and forth in the chat for a minute, I just want to say, because it was a lot of man slander going on. I just feel like we each have our orchestrated, you know what I'm saying, things that we're supposed to do in a relationship. Like we all play a role, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And I don't feel like either one is the prize. That's all I want to say. I just feel like we're supposed to come together and work with each other, not against each other.
Oh, okay. So okay, I feel what you're saying. So basically, you saying, look, we equal.
Yeah, exactly. We can't be one without the other. You can't have life without a man or a woman.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm okay with that because we are equal. We're different, but we're supposed to be. And all this shit online, you know, it's a lot of gender wars going on, and you know, a lot of people be capping because I'm like, y'all still fucking. So somebody likes somebody.
Oh God.
You know, I had to realize that like people talk stuff, and I think people I think people come on the internet just to get shit off their chest, but then they be like, you know what, I'm finna call him, or he be like, you know what, I'm finna hit up with that WID, because it's like, y'all fuck, I don't care what nobody say. I'm seeing all these little babies around here. Somebody likes somebody.
Exactly. And we I don't know. I feel like women a lot of the times when we know better and we still go against our intuition, we try to blame the man. And it's like, okay, you can blame him for being bad, but you knew what was coming. You knew when he told you that he lived with his baby mama that he wasn't nothing, but you still went and pursued that relationship. So I don't know. I just feel like it needs to be more accountability and more like acceptance of each other.
I'm right here with you, and I know I be hard on him, and I was a little hard on Queen, but I don't like to see no woman begging for no ring. It reminded me of Chrissy and what was that dude, Jim Jones. Oh, you still there? Or went out? Might have went out. Oh, you went out. Well, thank you for coming
Oh,
up, Scott. All right, Lisa.
Hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Let me tell you something. I'm all right. That comment that you made about women, don't you understand? The more you do for a man, he will resent and hate you for it.
It's true.
I said, damn. When you put it together like that, and I sit back and pontificate, it's like that makes so much sense when you look at how many women breaking their neck to do something to hold a house down, to have something called a relationship with a man in it that they, I guess, pretending they like, because he ain't doing nothing like he liked them for anything that they're even doing.
That and that be my thing. And I watch a lot of Kendra G and
Yes.
some of the other dating shows just for entertainment because it's pretty much that's what that's what be going viral. And I be seeing so many women and they be like, well, listen, like I got a nice house, I got a nice job, like he ain't really got to have much. Like I'll build him up. I hear so many women say I'll build him up, and I'm like, this is not your son. Like,
And then it's like, have you ever heard a woman say something like, it seemed like if I do something nice for myself, my man seem to have a problem with it?
I've definitely heard that.
And it's like, if he's the one that's always like already providing for the household, and then he doesn't even want you to like necessarily to do nice things for you, you got to ask yourself, well, what's the problem with that? Because all I know is when I do something good for myself, it feels real good, right? And I
Right.
want to do even more good for myself. Is that little bit of something a threat?
Some of these men ain't act like children.
And like they hate women or something, because uh I was just talking with my cousin about things like this yesterday, saying
if a man chooses to be between two women, he's 9 times out of 10 going to choose whichever woman is easiest to be with. And he was like, no, that's not true. And I'm like, yes, it is. I said, if it's a woman who's probably already got her own place, her own car, a business that she runs independently, let alone any children, her versus a female who's probably young, who look at him like he's everything, who will give him more than half of everything she got. You can't tell me that's not the easier choice, right?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't settle down with who they in love with. They just go with who's the most convenient.
Mm. And I'm like, I just wanted to tell you, Mr. Monroe, thank you for that. And we chit chatted a while back around when you had got I can't remember what number, maybe it was a 300,000 marker.
Okay.
And I was telling you reasons why I liked you. And I'm like, okay, everything you just said here today is in similarity to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I always felt like I couldn't marry somebody because it just seemed like modern day slavery. Some form of it is something like, I got to submit to you. I got to walk a certain line to make sure you happy. I have to pretty much bow down to probably anything I don't like for in the marriage sake because you might find a way to make whatever I don't like 10 times more magnified. And if things are arranged the way it is, if I leave you, you got me messed up. I'm going to have to pay you alimony, maybe?
Oh yeah, because now we live in the days of equality. So if you make the money, yeah. Oh yes, ma'am. Because you have to keep his same standard of living.
Shabba. Well, I ain't going to
You
take
can't
up too
expect
much.
him to go from your 5 bedroom house to a studio.
And I was just saying, I do not understand any of that, real logically speaking, even if it was the man. How in the world is it possible just because we're married and I upgraded your life a little bit because you came to stay with me or we agreed this how we gonna live? If we go through a divorce, somehow all the money I got saved up that I earned, you entitled to half of a penny of my hard sweated earned money? That's ludicrous. Like this is
Well,
a,
it's based on the olden days when women couldn't work or really like amass wealth on their own.
yeah, I
So
could see that.
but even so that's where it comes from to where like the women just wouldn't like be out on the streets with nothing. But now even when I listen to like the full vows, it says something about I pledge all my worldly belongings to you. So technically when you get married
Ooh,
to somebody,
ooh, I
there
missed
is
that
no
part.
yeah, but see they don't say all of that usually when you get married nowadays. But the actual vows, like it's I pledge all my worldly belongings to you. So
That sounds
there
like
is,
insanity to me. I'm sorry. No.
I know, but it's just once you make that covenant, there is no more yours. Like no, that it's ours.
I don't know. When it comes to that marriage thing, it seems like somehow people got hoodwinked on something because a person can be a certain type of person for all of their life and suddenly make some kind of switch that just don't make sense. Maybe they got hoodoo, voodoo, another spirit jumped in. I don't know. But it's possible, right? And they doing all kind of strange stuff that could affect your health, your safety, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And all because I'm married, I have to go through some kind of a divorce to have to settle on half of what I had just yesterday. No, I couldn't do it. I just wanted to call and say, oh, and that was something else. I'm gonna be nosy right now. Just a
Uh-huh.
little nosy. You ain't gotta answer me if you don't want to.
What's up?
You said you don't do relationships. I'm like, I'm with that. But then my heart stopped there. Wait a minute. I be vibing like if you was ever to be with somebody like on a serious tip, she gonna be spirited just like somebody called Love Jones. What you think about that?
Oh man, yeah, Love Jones is definitely special. She's definitely not like any other girl, I'll tell you that.
I'm saying, and I feel like the kind of special quality you are, I would say in the same tap in Love Jones that whomever she would probably have a serious relationship would be spirited like Storm Monroe. just put my 10 cents in before I go.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, because it's the thing is too, we both neither one or of us are like clingy. Like we can like do our own thing. So it's you don't find many people like that. I will say that for sure.
I definitely think it was meant to be. You two were definitely meant to meet. And even if it was not a serious tip thing, I think seriously you will know each other for the rest of your lives. And like I said, whoever you do end up settling with, it'll be spirit to like, her for you and you for her.
I know that's right. I tell you what, we'll live stream the wedding. How about that?
Okay, because I want to be there. I want to be there. Yes. So nothing but mad love and respect for you and your show. And I'll be doing my little thinking and praying thing going on. And I was thinking that it's time for, like some type of a force field of protection that also has like a little warning bell, because I've been being nosy. I promise you, if somebody do something to somebody I don't like, I got to find out a little bit. So I've been watching some of this internet things, right? And I feel like honestly, some people are just wanting to have certain types of connections or relationships with you that isn't happening, and they acting out and doing mischievous things that are malicious. And so for that, you know how you supposed to get only into that metaphorically blessed and bound book for your specific, let's say, prescription
Right.
for your remedy because of a scripture reading. I was thinking protection, you know what I'm saying, and warning. So like it'll be a feeling that you might already be carrying sometimes, that you might not be able to say what it's about, but it might be something preempting you of something to come. I pray for something like that to be more in your hemisphere. So by the time it get close enough, you can kind of already prepare the plan to not only block it, but send it back.
I feel you. I feel you. It's and listen, I'm not gonna never say I'm no angel. I'm
Of
sure
course.
I'm sure I'm the villain in some people's stories. Although I feel like people try to make me out to be the bad guy when I don't do what they want me to do. Um, but what I will say is all those people that you see, they don't have a real issue with me. They have a sexual attraction to me and I'm not interested. They have a they just want to be my friend. They just want me to call them. They just want me to, and I'm not going to do it.
That, and I want to say that's sort of like also what me and was talking about. It's like I feel like that's sort of something that might be on them, pushing them towards you because it actually wants to have a part of you. I don't know if you call it spiritual attack or something, but I would say those people themselves vessel is so serving as sort of alarm bell.
Mm.
So
I
cut those
appreciate that.
like really almost probably do what they doing. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say that narcissist take that cold dish served back to him on his stomach that he trying to serve.
Oh yeah.
Run that game.
I feel you. Thank you, Lisa. You have a good night, all right?
You too, for sure.
Bye-bye. All right. What's going on, Reagan?
Oh my God. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. I just love your content. You always make me laugh, especially when I have like a fucked up day or something like that. I'll just put you on and just be rolling.
I appreciate that.
Yes. And to this whole Tyrese thing, he's
Yeah.
always in Dubai. Like I noticed that, like he'll go to he should have some money coming in because I heard allegedly, he used to fuck for roles.
Now, if you really want to get into it, we can get into it.
Let's get into it.
That's really what the majority of them have to do.
Mm.
There's a certain, and not to say Tyrese is not talented, because Tyrese is talented.
Yeah, I
But,
love him in Waist Deep. Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you either lay down or you're gonna get passed over, or it's gonna take you a real long time to make it. There's
Mm.
another, I won't say her name because I don't want to, I can't say too much, but there's an actress who was on a certain show on Stars, and she read for the show multiple times and didn't get it until she doubled back and she dropped that net.
You remember what Gilbert Arenas said about Halle Berry allegedly? I don't know if I'm not going to call people crazy because a lot of people that know T get caught crazy. So he said he was at a basketball game and Halle Berry just walked by a bunch of white guys and didn't acknowledge them. And they were saying, like, she not acknowledging us after what she did.
Yeah. That's how she got Monsters Ball. I mean, that movie was one big ritual, because if you pay attention to that sex scene, Billy Bob was actually having sex with her.
What?
Yeah. That was a ritual, right? Because sometimes they do that shit right in our faces. Yeah.
Wow. 'Cause I know she popped the titties out.
Yeah, she popped the titties out, but pay attention. Pay attention to when you can really tell too when he's doing it when they doing it doggy style.
Oh.
You can see his wrinkly ass testicles. You can see he was really penetrating her. That was a ritual. And she wanted Brad Pitt to have that role, but they weren't gonna give her no attractive white man like that. They gave her
Damn.
because part of it is humiliation. I ain't gonna give you somebody that's your equal in looks. You finna fuck this ugly white man, country white man.
Oh my God. Especially when the whole thing with Beyonce, um, I'm not, because I do feel like people get on her for trying business ventures. Like if Rihanna and stuff can do it, she could do it. I don't know if she's gonna be successful in it, but if she can do it, by all means do it. But I guess she's trying because with her country era, she wants to do the whiskey because it kind of goes along with that. But like you said, the demographic, maybe the whites or something might buy it, but niggas let them some dark. They'll probably drink Douce over that.
But the thing is, like, we don't, and I keep saying it when it comes to Beyonce, we don't know her. Like, we don't. It's like we don't know your personality. You're selling us shampoo, and apparently it's real good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I would have loved for Beyonce to go live on TikTok and she doing Blue's hair in the sink, and Blue and what's the other one, Rumi, doing their hair with the sacred, and just really being a mama and being personable. Rihanna's personable, so yeah, we gonna buy her panties and drawers.
I think Beyonce wants to keep because she come from an era with the Michael Jacksons and the Princes, where before all that live stuff, that's how they maintain their celebrity privacy.
But those days are gone.
Yeah,
It's the era of the influencer now. So now, if people don't feel a connection to you, they not buying your shit.
that's true. Music, she got the music game on lock.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that I figure it was a business relationship. That's what her ex security guard said when he was going telling his story about. I think there's some truth to what that ex security guard was saying, because it just gave there was a clip of Jay-Z saying what was his dream girl, and it was a totally different type of the characteristics were just different. And a lot of people, I mean, a lot of rich people, a lot of celebrities use marriage as it's a business, and they
Yes.
build upon that. And I believe they could be in 2 different houses for 10 years for all we know.
Yeah, I mean, according to my source, they've been separated anyway. But you have to understand, I think Jay-Z's a Capricorn. I know she's a Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
So he's all about his money anyway.
Sloan read them down. Like her reading, I can't wait to see how things unfold because I think that if she needs to leave him, if shit hit the fan, because her beehive will have her, and she need to be like, well, bitch, I was young too. Get that motherfucker. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yup.
Like,
Yup.
I think she'll, save herself.
He's a Sag. He's a Sag. Never mind, my bad. He's a Sag. Okay. But nonetheless, he bought that paper. That's what I do know.
I don't think she's going down with him though. Like, say shit hit the
No.
fan. She's not going. She's gonna be like, hell nah, get beehive. Come in here. I don't got nothing to do with this.
She gonna separate herself, and let's keep it real. Do we really think he waited until she was 19 to have sex with her, or was he having sex with her at 17 when he first met her?
Didn't they say that she lied about her age or whatever? Like, they all lie about their age.
She
So
did.
what was her real age anyway?
Yeah, okay, well you know what? That's a good point. Her ass might have already been 22. That's a good point.
Yeah, according to what Jad was saying, she was already. I mean, I still think she was still really young, and her father had a say in this, because her father was her manager. He was in charge of everything, so he was fine with the relationship. And a lot of parents, like Kamora Lee Simmons, her parents, they didn't mind back then when older rich men would pick up their daughters.
That's a good point. That I guess they kind of looked at it like, well, you're gonna fuck him anyway, so you might as well marry you.
I mean, and that helps them, a businessman like Jay or Russell, will help bring their daughter to another, help take care of them in the future. So that was just like the norm. And I do feel like with the thing with Foxy, and I thought about it the other day. Foxy is so quiet compared to everyone else. Foxy could really air him out. I'm sure she know T. But he must be paying her bills or something because she haven't rapped up forever. I know she went just got hearing back. She must know T on him, but I think he pays her bills.
I'm sure he does. Well, Jay-Z gave her syphilis, and Jay-Z did have a baby with Free. I forgot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that was real. I think her real name is Maria Wright. I think that's her real
Does
name.
she show the baby?
No, we've never seen the baby.
Wow,
She
I
didn't even.
thought they fucked.
Yeah, she didn't even have the baby over here in the States. I think she had it in Jamaica, but no, that was real. He also blackballed Free's career, so she's gonna speak out soon, just not yet. So this is what people got to understand. In order for these people to maintain power, like they have to keep other ones quiet.
Yeah, because Foxy don't say a lot because remember, they weren't even trying to book Jay-Z without Foxy being there. She was that powerhouse. She was that female, that feminine energy. They wanted Foxy over him at one point.
Yeah.
And she really like she was young. Now with her, she was actually 16, 15. Little Kim was young too. They were actually legit teenagers though.
They were. And even when I look back at those pictures and shit with them in a club, I mean, now I will say this. I do know that like New Yorkers, they grow up fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they be like 14 in the fucking clubs and shit. But, they grow up fast. But I look at some of them pictures and I'm like, damn, like they was really like a baby on stage talking about they coochie.
Legs open, yeah.
Trying to fuck, and they like 15. Like, damn.
Yeah, Foxy was, fucking them niggas, and I remember in Ether when Nas was like, you had your face all in Foxy pussy, like T too.
Well, let me tell you something about Nas. Nas can't keep his hands to himself, so Nas ain't the one to talk about anybody.
Oh yeah, I believe Khalees, and I feel like it's always the quiet, unproblematic, what you review as like an unproblematic man. Like he's not problematic, he's quiet, he don't do a lot, he don't talk a lot. They will turn up on you.
Oh yeah, a quiet nigga will beat your ass and then go out and smile, and nobody will believe you because they'll be like, oh, he's so nice, like he would never, like he's not that kind. But yeah, he definitely beat up Khalees, but Khalees fought him back.
Took all that money.
And he hit Nicki too in the mouth. He sure did.
Oh, and then Meek Mill too. Ugh.
I just couldn't tell y'all around that time because of who I was affiliated with, but yeah.
Oh my God. I can't with Meat Mill and Mike Rubin. Mike Rubin is these niggas' sugar daddy. That's Lil Baby. That's Meat Mill's sugar daddy. Because these niggas are not selling out concerts. So how the fuck this nigga Meat Mill haven't had a hit since Dreams and Nightmares. How the fuck he got a Rolls Royce? He got sugar. They have sugar daddies. Those rappers legitimately fuck them billionaire white men. P. Diddy was doing it too.
Absolutely.
They fund their
Absolutely.
lifestyles. They fund their businesses. Those billionaire white men are definitely. It just slipped up in the pictures. They was having too much fun, so Mike Rubin was touching all on them, and then now he's getting mad and wanting to blame the black community. Oh, y'all talk down on each other because people clocked it and made fun of them.
They caught it, and it was so obvious. Let me tell you something. They submit to their white daddy.
Mm-hmm. They talk about the females, but it's the men for real.
It's really yes, man. It's really the men. And one of the ways you know, like if you see an artist and all of a sudden he done tattooed himself from head to toe, he been touched. When you see them try to act extra fucking gangster, they be real aggressive. Or if you see them go on a spree of just getting a bunch of motherfuckers pregnant, they been touched.
Yeah, they love a white zaddy, but they was on a jet. They was on a jet. Excuse me. They was on a jet with him. He kept tickling them, touching them. Why is this grown man feel so comfortable just touching other men like this? And I'm not homophobic or anything like that, but it's given. It's given sponsor. It's given sugar daddy. It's given. I'm bending the fuck over. I mean, of course they fuck each other, but the Mike Rubin, he looked awkward as hell. To be honest, like he
He
looked like he
does.
was fucking him.
He does. There's a darkness in his eyes I can see. But think about it. That's how you should. Yeah, MGK. I gotta do the MGK story too. Yeah, because Diddy fucked him. But think about it. That's how you show dominance. I'm gonna grab you from behind. I'm gonna slap your ass because you my bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's two men, it's the same dynamic as if you got a nigga and he slap your ass as you walk by. That he's showing. Yeah, that's mine. It's the same thing.
And it's just like, because what billionaire want to hang around? I'm sorry, but what billionaire want to hang around rappers all goddamn day? Like, he gotta be fucking them. Because what would be the point? Him as a white billionaire man, I'm not saying he can't like music, but the way he act, like, what would be the point of that?
They love having sex with black men. So one thing, oh yeah, and Britt said Craig Mack. I used to have Craig Mack's ex-wife phone number. We talked many hours on the phone. Craig Mack died of AIDS. Craig Mack got caught up in one of those cults in South Carolina and was HIV positive, and they didn't believe in no medicine, and that motherfucker died from AIDS.
Damn.
And
Did he get it from the industry?
That I don't remember, so I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember, but I do know that whatever cult he was in, because apparently it's a lot of cults in South Carolina. I don't know nothing about it, but it's a lot down there. They did not believe in taking no. If he would have just took medicine, he would still be alive today.
They said did he have a couple things going on? I don't know if he take meds or allegedly if he take meds or what he do, but all them freak offs, and I don't know if Cassie been burned because I don't think they was always using condoms. Like she was asked to fuck, sex workers.
Yeah, most of the time in the industry they don't according to what my source told me, because I've always assumed this, but now I got a little intel. Yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, I gave you that. Okay, yeah, whatever.
I mean, do they low key have cures for this stuff that, like the average person, or do they just lean on, oh, I got the best doctors, I got the Magic Johnson doctor or whatever, so I can go around, fucking and having babies everywhere.
Well, what's more, I got the best medicine, even though it's secure for all this shit.
Yeah.
It is now that is true, but no, it's just they got the best. They don't care.
And I low key think Beyonce is like, I don't know, she just give me a vibe that she will fuck her security. I mean, he looks good though. Like she'll fuck a woman. I wouldn't. She gave me vibes like she like to fuck women.
Yeah, that was rumored for years that Beyonce is bisexual.
She look it. I think it was the Grammys where she was looking at Fantasia as like they kind of turned maybe it was the camera view or something when Fantasia was walking by, but They was like, "Oh, Beyonce just wanted to avoid the cameras." I'm like, "Well, she was going to be on camera regardless." So, but she was just like staring at Fantasia's ass.
Fantasia is thick, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
but I heard that too. I meant to be a fly on the wall. Like I wonder who has Beyonce fucked with in the industry.
I think the
Besides,
niggas like Bun B, Slim Thug, and all them back in the day.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the niggas. Like, yeah,
Remember
even though
they
her dad
said
was around.
remember they said it was a sex tape and then old dude got killed.
Who?
But I think it was remember?
Oh, Pimp C.
Pimp C, thank you, because Bun B still alive. Pimp C.
I think he said he had flipped one of them. Like he said he flipped someone.
All of them was passing each other around back then. Hey, well, hell, Slim Thug fucked his cousin. So I mean, yeah.
Oh, Bun B was it? Oh, Slim Thug. Yeah, Slim. Yeah, Slim did, and he was at the Beyonce concert in Houston. So they still, I guess, she was nice to let him come. I mean, go because they did a song together. He's a Houston native, so she was like, well, he might as well come because he was right there standing next to Jay-Z.
Holy, it's. Well, I'm telling you, it's when I say the tea is hot. But you know what's funny, Reagan? It's like a lot of them thought. Back in the day, they didn't know that the internet was gonna be what it is today. So I know a lot of them be freaking the fuck out like I did so much shit and shit's being exposed 20, 30 years later. It's wild.
Like the Diddy stuff, yeah. Like the way his ex security got his mind, his memory is crazy. Like it's been the same every time he tells stories. It's always the same details. Like the way he remembers every little detail is crazy.
It really is. And I met Gene Deal. Gene Deal had came to my apartment in Atlanta. And when I seen, I was like, wow, he's a big man. He's about 6'8". And Gene Deal gotta be 3 something.
Damn.
He's a big man. He wanted a certain kind of water with the label faced a certain way, no ice. It was real, like.
Okay. I mean, I believe him. I believe everything he said because everything was the same. His story never changed.
It really didn't. But I just want to say this, like, before I move on to the next caller. You right, they be fucking each other when it comes to these celebrities and even these influencers. Because when I tell you, I've even been hit up by some of these motherfuckers that are married.
Like rappers and stuff, or just like any kind of celeb.
One is a model.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell y'all from where you know him, but one is a model, influencer. Yeah, some big people where, but I'm like nigga, you. I'm saying to myself, like, nigga, you married.
I'm
like,
not. They don't care.
I know, but it's just like, and it be the niggas you would never think. I mean, these people swear up and down I'm sucking dick off camera. They swear up and down. But I'm like, if I could show y'all the niggas y'all actually need to be looking at, y'all would not believe me. Y'all wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, it's the third ones. And real quick, I just want to say about what's that girl named Sky Jackson. I don't know why people think that she is ratchet. She looked like a adult child, but that bitch is ratchet. A lot of them are yachting. She was a yacht girl. Justin Bieber allegedly, like all these people gotta pay the bills. These celebrities, like you said, a lot of them are broke. They're not getting work like they used to, so they gotta be when Canes and all these events go on. Naomi Campbell, you see her on these yachts. She's allegedly a madam. Like when you see these celebrities are always on boats and jets they're working.
They're working.
Yeah.
They're working. It's entertainment, but it's really the hoeing business.
It's a front. I feel like it's a front for a lot of them to, meet these people. That's nothing but the model agency. That's what I mean, high end model. It's just a high end escort agency for them to, meet these men and these powerful people. Like the way that they gotta fuck it, even though Marilyn Monroe is long gone, they had to fuck back then for roles. So even now, they still gotta fuck.
Period.
Weinstein is locked up, but they still gotta fuck. But thank you so much for having me on. I love your content. I look forward to more.
Take care now. Talk to you later.
Thank you. You too, hun.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's true though. It's true. I remember even that one male model. Now I can't remember his name, but he was scheduled to walk in New York Fashion Week, and he got a call the day before from some designer that said, "Hey, I need you to come meet me in my hotel room." And he's like, "I'm not doing that." And then he was like, "Do you want to walk tomorrow or not?" And just imagine you done came from, a lot of these models, they don't be from New York City. They don't be from LA. They be from like Ohio, Indiana, no money, got on a fucking Greyhound, went out pursuing their dream, thinking it's all good. And it's like, yeah, but you're okay. But yeah, let's go on a date. They always talk about a date. They always want you to come to a party. They always want you to come to their hotel room and it's 2 a.m. I'll stay my black ass on YouTube. How about that? What's going on, Keisha?
Hi, Storm.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good.
I wanted to talk about JLO really quickly.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the 90s, and over here in the UK, JLO was like a big celebrity. And I've noticed that she doesn't really have like a love life. And I was thinking, do you think that perhaps she did an exchange for fame? So she exchanged her love life? Because I'm African. And there's some women in my family that are super rich.
Yeah, so you know about the magic because she's a Santorini priestess. Uh-oh, you still there? It went out. Ain't that something we started talking about the magic? It went out. Okay, I'll give it a minute for a sound to come back. Yes,
Hello?
I do believe. Yeah, you went out for a minute. You there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay. So you know about the magic because she's a Santorini priestess.
Right. Yes, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
Okay. I honestly think that is the sacrifice. Whether she realized she made it or not, I think she'll have the money, the fame. She already has it. Like she got it, but she'll never have the one thing she actually wants, which is love.
Yeah.
Because you have to give up something.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that I've seen a lot is that she's whether she's like a good person or not, she just doesn't seem to find someone that can either tolerate her for too long. It's like it turns out great and then they just leave. And I remember the other time when you're live, you was talking about love potions and stuff.
Yeah, domination word, domination spells. Yeah.
Right. And in Africa, we do stuff like that as well. Like if we want a certain man, we'll go to like a certain priest and he'll do the love spells. But when they go wrong or when they expire, the men always turn like either really violent.
Yep.
Or they just don't care about you anymore.
Yep. And I tell people all the time, even who's that girl that the baby was with? I didn't forgot her name. Danny Lee. Even she was doing that on the baby, but when it never works out for them. It's not a good thing. Cardi B was doing that to Offset, and it would not work.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I just think it's really strange because it's like when you are doing these like deals, they don't really tell you that, oh yeah, you can be rich and famous, but
yeah, but you're gonna give up some. Oh, I think your thing went out again. Thank you, Nyla La. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all follow her channel on YouTube.
Oh, is it? It's starting to creep me out. It keeps cutting out.
I know when we talk about it, But I hear you though. You're absolutely right. Now the question is, for riches and fame, is it worth it to give up love? Is it worth it?
I don't know, because the women in my family, like what I said, they're in Africa and they're very, very wealthy. They're extremely wealthy, but they have 9 to 5 jobs. So it's like, you know, they seem happy and things like that, and they take care of the whole family, but they're just very, very rich, but they don't ever travel outside of Africa.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so they won't come to the UK to visit. We go over there, but they're just extremely rich. Like, I can't explain how rich these women are. But my mum's always has a feeling they did something like that. But in Africa, it's a term of, you know what you're getting yourself into very much.
Yeah.
Like
It's when you talk about the source of the power. I mean, it all comes from Africa anyway. So
yeah,
it honestly, it's like if I went over there, like I could go do a ritual or do something and probably would be very rich. But what you're gonna sacrifice something. So what are you giving up?
yeah. And I know I see people in the chat saying Africa is big. So I'm from Tanzania. So it's actually like on the coast. So it's like we very much have like, I think you guys will call them like Marines.
Okay.
So that's how we even got independence from the British. So we went to the priest and he got like water powers and we fought them with water.
Ooh.
So it's very much the water sign is very dominant in our side. So wherever there's like coastal areas or like water areas, that's the places that Tanzanians like to habitat the most.
I got you. I don't know anyone in Tanzania, but I have people in Uganda.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't have, so I don't know much about Tanzania, but people gotta understand the power of the spirit. It ain't no joke.
Yeah. And I just feel like she didn't really know what she got herself into. I feel like when you leave Africa, you get snippets of what it could be.
Yes.
Like, I'm in uni, in university, and girls around here are doing love spells and they always go wrong.
And here's my thing too, Keisha. It's like, do you really want somebody that doesn't want you?
Yeah. But sometimes it's like you see someone, the person doesn't like you, but you feel like that person could give you a certain life.
Ah, got it.
So especially, from Africa, if you get visitors, tourists, those are the ones that just fall in love like instantly. And we always know that, okay, definitely something's going on. Because yeah, you can fall in love by looking at someone, but when it's just like, I love you, we must go back to the UK, then you know that there's a force that's pushing that person to do all that.
Okay. That actually makes sense. You know what? And speaking of East Africans, you know what's funny is that I went to school with some, like college, and then I was around some when I lived in Arizona. It's a state in the US, and East Africans are always drawn to me. East African women. No, seriously. Like for the most part, Black American women don't really look at me like that. For the most part,
Yeah.
I don't even really think Caribbean women do, but African women definitely do. It's interesting.
Yeah, sometimes with us, we can sort of get like just like by looking at someone, we can get a feel of who they are. Maybe they're just attracted to your aura. Because there's some guys that like I'll go out nightclubbing and they haven't said anything to me, but already I'm not attracted to who this person is. So I think it's something like that, because my parents, I'm second generation. So my parents came from Africa. So we're a bit more connected in the sense that we always go over there.
Okay.
So there's certain things that when you're there, you just pick up. you pick up on them. So we're very good at like picking up on auras or picking up on personalities.
Interesting. Thank you for calling in. I love this conversation.
Thanks, Storm. You guys have a good day. Bye, everyone.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Tanzania won a significant battle in this war with Uganda, known as Uganda-Tanzania War or the Kagera War. Oh, using a clever strategy involving water, the war took place from 1978 to 1979. Wow. Okay, you better teach us, April. I appreciate that. La Diosa Negra. La Diosa Negra. Okay, you might have fell asleep.
I'm here.
All right, there we go. How you doing?
Hi, I'm so good. I'm so happy you chose me. Yay.
Absolutely. What's on your mind tonight?
Yes, I wanted to add to this conversation about like Santeria, because I'm Afro-Cuban. I actually come from a long line of witches and wizards. My father's a curandero, just like Dr. Shaby. So I would love to share some knowledge with you guys.
Yes, teach us, because I don't practice Santeria, so I'm only speaking off of what I've heard or what I think you educate us.
Sure. So I would, especially in Cuba, I would consider myself Catholic. But the difference between Catholics and like Protestants, right? Most of Latin America is Catholic. So like praying to saints is part of our quote unquote Christianity. But I learned that that's very different when our family came to the South, because if you're a Christian in the South, they're like, no, it's just Jesus, praise Jesus, praise Jesus. It's like so much Jesus talk. But in the Catholic faith, which is also Christian, we pray to like, Saint Michael, who is my beloved heart and soul, my San Miguel, like my protector. Or we also pray to la persona que abre el camino, ¿cómo se llama? The
I don't know how you say it in English.
I know, I'm like, I'm having a brain fart because there's so many things I want to discuss. ¿Cómo se llama? El San Expedito. San Expedito. So like to open the road opener. Or if you believe in the Orishas, he would be Eshu Elegua, the road opener, right?
Oh, is that like Papa Legba?
Yes. But I don't pray to him because he has very trickster energy. So, just like Eshu is his like trickster energy, and Elegua is the one that opened roads. So unless you're really deep into the Orisha, you shouldn't, like mess with Santeria, whatever. But in the chats, a lot of people were like, oh, love spells don't work. And that's partially true. So I love your channel, Storm, because you speak to the reality of men. And I think a lot of women don't want to admit the fact that men don't love. I don't think men ever really love. Like my parents have been married for 40 years. My dad is very loyal. My dad is very committed. I don't think he has any outside children. We all have we're all blood related, but I think my dad is there out of like respect from my mom, but I don't think it's like necessarily love. So when women are doing love spells and they're saying, please love on me, it's like asking a narcissist to love. How can
my God.
Yes. How can you ask an entity that does not possess that emotion to give you that emotion? So when people are saying, oh, the love spells backfire. Yeah, because you have to ask for traits. That's what my grandmother taught me. You ask for traits.
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Okay, hold up. Damn, now I need a drink and I have nothing to drink. What? That's a good. Wow. Oh, okay. You asking something to love they can't. Wow.
Yeah. And I think I put it in the chat earlier, but I think women need to be comfortable with. Now, I'm an Aquarius, so I know nobody's going to agree with me at first, but eventually, once they think it over, everything will come to light. I think that's why everything's getting exposed right now, because we're in the age of my sign. And the supermoon we just had a couple days ago is under Aquarius. So
Yes, it is.
yes, I hope you guys did manifestations. But yeah, like women need to be very comfortable being objectified. And you're a Taurus storm. I know you'll keep it real. You know, a lot of women are asking for men to accept them and to love them for who they are. Men are extremely efficient lovers. If you do not have utility in some way, they don't love you. Or I'm using the word love in the colloquial sense, but they don't see any purpose for you. So if you're like right now, I think that I am gorgeous. I have my handsome man who loves me, who penetrates me multiple times a day, who gives me mind-blowing orgasms and money. I'm content. But if I stay with this person and let's say, God forbid, something happens to my beauty or my body, I'm going to start cooking it up in the kitchen because I'm trying to earn my keep. I know I know a lot of people that don't get it will be like, oh, she's a pick me. I'm the farthest thing from that. I am very spoiled. I'm very entitled with my boyfriend, but I understand like my power right now as being young and beautiful and having a butt and boobs and, you know, a softer demeanor. I know he likes that. But as those things start to fade, there are other things that a woman will have to do to earn their keep. Or if that man is just a really good, loyal man, he'll just provide for her, kind of like what my dad's doing with my mom. Even if like the youth isn't there, or I don't think my mom's looks this way. I think she's still drop dead gorgeous. But if the youth isn't there, you know, but yeah, women need to start realizing like, yeah, you do have to be comfortable being objectified, and men will do a lot of things for pussy.
They sure the fuck will. Let me tell you something. Wars have been fought over women. Come on now, like
absolutely.
I mean, all these men you see dead and in jail is normally over a woman. Yes, yes. I keep telling women to take their power back, but they be tripping. They don't want to listen to me though.
No, and I think a lot of a lot of women don't want to do the work to be as beautiful as they can be. Like I don't know how real I can be. I might have to have a different conversation with you, Storm, because I don't want the backlash in the comments.
But no, but I feel what you're saying though. I don't say it as eloquently as you. I always just tell women like men do not love the same, and they're like, well, you know, what do you mean by that? And it's just like they don't love the way women do. They just don't.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like I was the man in my past life because I feel like I have such a deep understanding of men. I will never know a man as well as another man will know them, but I understand their needs. Like the things I've been able to get away with, whether it's at school or at work, just by like playing up my femininity is crazy. And I am a Black woman. Some people say I don't sound like one. Please don't tell me that. I'm a proud Black woman. And I'm not one of these Afro Latinas that's like, I know Black. No,
you know Black, you know Black.
I'm Black.
but you know what? I think I'm glad you came up. I'm glad you hit the link. I think instead of women like running from what you're saying, they should just embrace that. Yes, men and women are different. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. So I'm so glad you hit the link.
Oh, thank you, Storm. How did I found you when Sinji was on YouTube, and I was like, I love Sinji. She's just, you know, like I feel like she's my kindred spirit because she's a Leo, I'm Aquarius, so we're like opposites. So I try to deliver things with a little bit of sugar, but you know, Leos would just tell you how it is, and I would just.
Oh yeah, she lays it out. I just be, and I used to tell her all the time, like you be roasting these people, and it'd be hilarious. But oh man, I miss Cynthia G on YouTube. I hate that. You know what I hate? I hate the fact that they got her kicked off YouTube, but then you see people taking her talking points.
Oh my gosh, all the time. And they don't give her credit.
They don't.
Yeah, like it's a little frustrating. But you know, she left her mark because the fact that people are still missing her and talking about her, what, it's been like maybe 9 months since she's gotten
Yeah.
off the air. Like she will live in infamy. But isn't that what FDR said about Pearl Harbor? She will
You're,
live in infamy.
you're right. So okay, so let's switch gears if you got a couple minutes.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So what would you I'm not saying I'm doing this, I'm just asking a question
Mhm.
for y'all go crazy in the chat. So if I came to you and said, "Oh, I want to be rich," what would you do for me? Or what would I have to do?
Okay, so a lot of people have misconceptions that you have to offer up so much in order to manifest, and it can be as simple as candle magic. I'm very well versed in like petition writing and candle magic, and you're a man, so if you can find a woman that's still menstruating, sometimes women can make a pact with the universe and offer up their menstrual blood for the things that they want. And all you're doing is just giving life force energy in exchange for life force energy. Like I'm on my cycle right now. I started my cycle on the full moon because like I come from a line of witches and wizards. So I've learned how to sync my cycle with the full moon so that whatever candle magic I do, I can offer up my menstrual blood in exchange for what I want.
Wow.
hmm Like women really don't know their power, especially in this country. Ay, Dios mío. They don't know their power at all.
I didn't, I never even thought about the menstrual. I never even thought about that. I didn't say I was going to do it. I just asked.
I
Jeez.
know these comments are crazy. Oh, why are people writing throw up signs? That makes me sad.
No, it's just because they're silly.
Oh.
Wow. I literally, I've never thought about that. But you know who I'm thinking about now? I'm thinking of Giselle Bundchen and what she did for Tom Brady.
hmm Oh yeah, I
Um,
mean she's Brazilian. Like a lot of people think all the magic is in Africa. A lot of parts of Africa they're so brainwashed with Christianity that they don't even know their own roots. Like the real root work is in Brazil, in the favelas, and in the islands for sure.
wow.
Yeah. And for those people in the comments, like the period blood, it's you're not eating it, you're not consuming it. It's literally just to dress the candle. And it's not like buckets and buckets. You literally the way I do it, I just get like a Q-tip, I put half of it in my goddess entry hole, and then I put some around the rim of my candle. That's it. It's not like, and I don't hex often. No, I'm just and yeah, and if your menstrual blood stinks, that's because you're dirty. Because I can have sex with on my cycle, and my boyfriend like doesn't notice a difference in my smell. So yeah.
You know what? I leave it there. We won't go too deep, but okay. I'll ask you this. Somebody has said, "Do you think Kobe Bryant's wife practices magic?" I
Oh
think
my
so.
God, I can look in her eyes. Her aura is so negative. And not only does she practice magic, she forgot to cleanse because I can see the color of her aura around her is so dark.
Oh wow.
It's so dark.
Now I was told the Kardashians they work the power of the bones. Is that true?
They work a lot with sex magic. The other aura I pick up from Kim is I'm definitely like narcissistic, almost sociopathic. So just like no limits. But definitely all blood magic for sure, sex magic for sure, menstrual cycle blood, all that. I mean, they would go way farther than I ever would because there's some levels of magic that you just can't do or else it will have karmic consequences. And I believe the Kardashians being unable to keep a man is their magic has been so extreme that like God and the Supreme is not even waiting until their next lifetime. None of them will ever be married. None of them. I can already see it. Except the only one that didn't touch her face, the only one that didn't morph.
Oh, Kendall.
No, this oldest one.
Oh, Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh, and she is married actually. Yeah, that's a
And
good one.
she's the only one who didn't morph.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. And she stayed within her race.
That just gave me chills. Okay, okay, I'm gonna leave it there, I promise. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And I want to write you. I want to write you an email.
Yeah.
If you can leave me an email somewhere.
Okay. Hold on. Can you see the private chat? Will it let me send a private chat? Let me see. Hold up. If not, I'll just write it in the comments.
Okay.
Let's see.
And I just want to leave you with a comment. I got it. Perfect. Keep doing what you're doing. You bring me joy on days when I'm very sad. Your humor is unparalleled. I just really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye, guys. God bless.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. All right. We got Kent 5.
Hey, Storm.
How you doing?
I'm good, and I'm like I'm gonna dumb down the conversation because all I wanted to really say was that we as Black women, we say what we want, but we don't really want it. Because when it comes to Tyrese, like, we should be real happy this man is out here crying all the damn time as a Black man, showing his feelings. He already a singer. Like, we should really appreciate that, but we just be clowning him. And I just find that so funny. Like, we say we want Black men to show their emotions, but we really don't. We really don't like it.
You know what? That's a good question. Or y'all do? How do y'all really feel when? I think it's the way he be crying, but I don't know. I'm not a woman, but
he even tried to be masculine when he was crying on the Breakfast Club. He was like, "I don't need a napkin."
Yeah, that's what got me. I don't need no tissue, and I'm just like,
but you do. It's not enough. So.
But you do, sir. You do. Alexa J said Tyrese denounced Black women. I don't give a damn.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, but he is kind of, yeah, he's problematic. But I mean, I think we all still like the Black guys that don't really rock with Black women. Like, there's Chris Brown. There's a lot that Black women still like. So that's not a strong enough excuse for for all Black women, sadly.
I always wonder with Tyrese why he can't keep a woman. I don't know if he's very controlling or maybe he's just a lot to deal with. I don't know.
Well, he's clearly bad with his money because I'm like, I know everyone's going through it, but like, it's only him and Taraji that really like blew the whistle. Like, everyone else is faking the funk. Like, that man, I don't know, he cannot.
They living off loans. Like, once I really learned how these people really be surviving, they be living off loans. They be taking out multiple mortgages on their house. Like, these people do not be having money like that.
It's sad. And then I really wanted to quickly say that there's this TikToker who has like an asymmetrical afro, and she talked about how what Beyonce really needs to do, because you're right, we don't know her, but I think she should still err on the side of old school celebrity versus like trying to deal with these influencers. Because I seen Will Smith hanging out with influencers, and I'm like, I know he had
It
that
look a
whole.
little weird, don't it?
It
Look a
looked
little weird.
yeah. And even though he's had his, kind of, his moment, like he's still better than that. And this woman was like, Beyonce just needs to drop things like collectibles. And I wish I knew her name, but I agree. Beyonce needs collectibles. She does not need to like do things that are like long standing. But I do think the hair care line is legit because she does have a lot of hair. And like, you're right, she could do wigs because she does wear great wigs. But like, people just, I don't know, they don't like her. People envy her. People obsess over her and watch her, but they don't really want to see her win. But because she does put 1,000% into her performing, you're gonna go see her because you're gonna get probably the best show out of all these artists out here. Like, there's other artists on stage like doing a bunch of nothing. Beyonce's gonna give you a show. So I think people rather hate on her than like support her. She definitely will always have like that hate. The hive is gonna be the hive, but the haters are always like right there behind them. So
That's a good point. That's a good point. But let me say this too, and I'm not hating on Beyonce when I say this, but when it comes to these hair care lines, like I heard her stuff was good. I heard Taraji's stuff was really good too, right? But we also gotta be honest. Some people just have the genetics to have real long hair.
that's true.
And some people don't. It's not about them. It's not about somebody being mixed or God. Well, it ain't nothing about the. Because you have people with 4C hair that have really long hair,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm like, some of that shit is just genetic. Like you can sell me a shampoo, like Kenya Moore. You can sell me shampoo. I'm sure it's great, but my hair is still not gonna look exactly like yours because you're you and not me. So I just want people to remember that, like. You can't make your hair look like somebody else, but you can make it look like what what fits you in your hair.
That's true, but I still feel like people need to give her a little more credit with the hair thing because Miss Tina, she had a hair salon. So like there is that story, and I feel like as far as the marketing, they did a great job with that. Like, oh, my mother had a salon. I grew up running around the shop. She used to do my hair. She used to do Solange's hair. I think if she added Solange into the marketing, that might have helped. But I don't
Solange and
know.
Beyonce into it right now. They're not even speaking.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Ooh.
Yeah, they're not even. I mean, they came together when Jules was well, I forgot what show he was walking in, but Solange wasn't even sitting by them.
Oh damn.
So it's but every family had a drama. We all got something, but
Right, yeah, because I'm definitely going through with mine. But Solange got that temper too. So I wonder, and Virgos, they do not. One thing about a Virgo, they do not take criticism well. So if Solange told Beyonce about herself, it she's not gonna take it well. But I don't know. I still think it's crazy that Rihanna is out here with fried blonde hair, and we're buying her stuff tenfold. And Beyonce has inches down to her booty crack, and nobody wants to buy it because they don't like her. I don't know. I don't know. I think
it,
the collectibles thing is a good idea. That woman, she can sell because people will buy. It's just like she doesn't have longevity. Like her stuff doesn't stay on the shelves.
I feel you. I feel you. Collectibles. I like that. I like that. Thank you for coming up, Kent.
Of course. Have a good one.
You too. Bye bye. Oh, that is funny. Fried blonde hair is hilarious. Yeah, but no, all like all hair can grow, but sometimes it's just like it's genetic. Like on both sides of my family, long hair is just what runs in our family. So it don't matter what kind of shampoo. It's like me. It don't matter what kind of shampoo I use. My hair is gonna grow and grow fast. So some shit with people's hair is just genetic. As a matter of fact, both sets of my grandparents still had their hair in their old age and all that. Like it is what it is. Okay, what's going on, Panther?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I got to ask a question, and I know nothing about this topic,
Yeah, for sure.
so I'm completely green. What is a sex god?
A sex god. Wow.
Because I heard that people do magic and somebody can become a sex god.
Ooh, I mean, sex magic is a thing. So you can manifest with sex, especially with like you're having sex with a woman and you guys are both like you both have a common goal and you really focus and concentrate, especially as both you guys orgasm. Like all of that is sex magic. Um some women would like swallow a man's seminal fluids or he'll swallow her juices. That's a part of sex
Mhm.
magic. Um
See, I heard this from somewhere, and it reminds me of. Um, I was a big Prince fan.
mhm.
Prince did a song called "Come," and it's supposedly about an orgasm that can cause you to see the future.
Oh shit. I ain't never had one like that.
Orgasm and cause see the future, and then the song right after it, he was saying a woman's vagina was like the universe.
Well,
And
well,
so I'm trying to figure out. I heard somebody say, since they did some kind of magic and they became a sex god. And I'm like, is there such a thing?
you know what? I would have to ask some of my spiritual friends about that, because I know, like, when people just throw the term around, it's like somebody who's really good at sex, just really good at what they do. With men, a lot of times they'll say, like Love Jones said, well endowed, great stamina, good at what they do. I got friends that are spiritual, and they believe that certain people were put here to heal other people sexually. So if I was to ask them, well, what's a sex god? Like, it would be somebody who they literally heal you through having sex with you. That is a thing.
Okay, because I've had somebody tell me that. I've had somebody tell me that.
Yeah, not like that. I've heard of, especially if you look at someone like, let's say you look at someone who's a sex worker and they've been doing it for years, and they still look youthful. They don't look drained. Like most sex workers, they look drained in old age.
Yeah.
But
I've
if they still,
seen some porn stars where they just look like, they're holding on for dear life.
Right. Versus some that still look good. Like, so my spiritual friends will say, oh yeah, they weren't put here to just heal people sexually. They're working in that's what they were put here to do. Versus, nah, you weren't put here to do that. That's why you look like all your life force is gone. So I'm gonna go ask about that shit. I want to know.
Because I've heard, they say some people can like get to a level where they become a sex god, and I'm like, okay, is this just fiction? Because I've heard of people saying, they could, astral project and have sex and all that stuff. Because that's what I was talking about, that Prince song. It was called Space. Talking about astral projecting and all that stuff while having sex and all that. I've heard of that before.
I've heard of that. But when you talk about a sex god, let me do some research. Maybe we'll do a show about that.
Yes. I know there's an Egyptian god named Min.
Okay.
Min, that they worship, who was like extremely well endowed. I mean, if you look up his picture, you don't have, there's nothing left of the imagination. That women worshipped. And, I'm like, which I don't know if the average woman saw that. I don't know if she want to hang around. If you would.
In ancient Egyptian religion, Min was the god of fertility and harvest, and the embodiment of masculinity and male virility. He's also known as the Lord of the Eastern Desert. He's honored at festivals, and offerings are given to him. Wait, let me look at pictures. Let's see. I'm not gonna show it on YouTube, but
no.
Oh wow, he's literally erect. Got it. Damn, they got one statue of him. He holding it in one hand and got the other hand up in the air.
I'm like, but I just wonder, is that such a thing? I don't know anything about this. I don't know. I know of things, but this whole situation, I'm like, is that true? Is that true? That's all.
It's probably something to it, because when you think about some people, male or female, when they have sex with you, they are just it's an experience that's out of this world. So let me ask about that, and I will do a show on that. Did you have any other comments tonight?
That's about all I can say. That's tame.
Okay.
We on YouTube.
Okay.
We on YouTube. That's another show. That's another show, because you had one lady on, and she was talking about magic and such on your show, and I was like, huh. And that's what prompted me to make this question tonight, because I was thinking about what she was talking about, because I think she had done like Magic for the Stars and such.
Oh, you're talking about satin? Yes.
Yeah, and she had done Magic for the Stars and stuff like that. So I was like, huh. Now I wonder would Storm or her know about that?
I can definitely ask her. I'll text her. I know she's pregnant. I don't think she's delivering no time soon. So she should be available. I will ask her though, and then I'll do a show on that. Thank you for calling in, Panther.
All right, God bless her, and I hope she have a safe delivery.
Hey, I know that's right. Take it easy now.
All right, man.
All right now. What's going on, Love Jones? Or she might not know that she's up yet. Let's see.
Hello?
Hey,
You can hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, hey, what's up? How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I don't have any complaints. I was like, let me call in to. I wanted you to ask the guy that just got off because he said somebody called him a sex god. I wanted to know who said that and how did that come about? Like, what was he doing when they said it? Because I just was real curious. I typed it in the chat, but.
You know what? And I missed when he said that because I was looking up something. But I've always heard a sex god is like just somebody that's really good at sex.
That's it in a nutshell. It's just someone that's really good. They got great stamina. They're well endowed. They're good at foreplay. They know how to get you hot and ready. Like the juices is flowing. And then, of course, the female counterpart would be a sex goddess. That's somebody that can entrance you, be with you.
Facts, facts. And my spiritual friends, they believe that some people were put here for that. So, and you
Yeah,
know what? I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you look at certain people and they do just look sexual.
this is true. I I look sexual. And this is why everybody's always calling me a 304, asking me what's my OnlyFans.
And I don't do that.
I really don't. But I get it. It is what it is. I absolutely play it up. I'm not going to shy away from what I'm blessed with. I feel like every woman should take advantage. Like the caller BP was saying, we kind of get shamed for knowing that we have that type of power and actually using it.
That's a good point. You know who you kind of remind me of?
Who?
Um, Her first name is Angel, I think, but I can't think of her last name.
Is she an adult film star?
No. She was a regular actress, but I ain't seen her in nothing in years. She was in Baby Boy, I think.
Oh. I feel like the only person I could think of in Baby Boy was Taraji and, of course, Tyrese.
I feel like she was in some Ice Cube movies too. I know her first name Angel. I can't think of.
Angel. Let me go to Google. Let me see. You said she was in Baby Boy?
I'm pretty sure she was in Baby Boy. No, not AJ Johnson. No. Her name is Angel.
Dang, Baby Boy came out in 2001. That's insane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Angel Conwell.
Yes, I think that's it.
I could kind of see that. She has like a more angular like jawline than me, but I can see it.
But it's just like I was listening to Omar Gooding talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
And when he brought her up, and even I looked at her, I said, that's kind of like Love John, how like everybody was assuming she was a certain way, but she really wasn't like that.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's dangerous, like especially when you do have that certain type of energy and it's potent and it can be addictive. If you really give it out like that to people, it's dangerous.
Oh yeah,
It's not.
you'll have niggas crashing the fuck out. I
I,
already know.
yeah, and that's not. It seems cute when you in a toxic phase in your life, but when we trying to heal, we got shit to do. Don't nobody got time for that. So
Yeah,
it's I can't. I tried to be a whore, but it wasn't natural. So I was like, this is not. No, we can't do that. It
nah,
doesn't. It don't work.
it's not for everybody, and I have empathy for women too because it's like every day you go out, it's like a nigga's in your face. Every day. Like, do you really get to just walk around and leave your house and not have a nigga get in your face?
No, even when I feel like I be looking broke, busted, and disgusted, it seems like that attracts them more.
Just saying.
Well, I guess that just makes you more approachable, right? And they feel like, oh, well, now I got a chance because she doesn't look so high maintenance.
Yeah, but it's you know what? And I think you should do a video about it too, like the plight of a pretty woman. And
Absolutely.
they gonna drag you. But it's
Every
like
day.
when you look at women or even men that are really, really attractive, people
Mhm.
always want to touch on them. Like people feel like they should just have
Mhm.
access to your body.
This is true. Oh, wait, I see somebody saying something about STD. So when I tried to be a whore, I was not sleeping around. I was just like entertaining a lot of people. And I gave out a little bit of coochie here or there, but it was protected. Always been a tight coochie bitch. I don't promote promiscuity. I Women need to gatekeep their womb. Everybody does not deserve access to you, especially raw access. That is really, really like
Really,
a serious thing. You cannot be out here doing that.
absolutely, absolutely. And let me also tell y'all something too. Sometimes the whores take better sexual care of themselves than you
Mm,
people in relationships.
that's true.
Y'all, y'all,
Wait,
y'all just trust a nigga and
that part.
you don't know that nigga sleeping with 10 bitches on the block.
And a
Don't
nigga
think,
too.
don't think a regular nigga won't burn you either.
A storm and they sleeping with a nigga on the side.
That's what I'm saying. That too. And they don't use protection with them, period.
Because they think, oh, I ain't gonna get him pregnant. When it's like,
Exactly.
sir, you
Exactly.
are. Anyways, that's another story for another
That's
day.
another story, yeah. But so
Somebody said, oh, sorry, am I cutting you off?
no, I'm just telling them don't be judging them whore. You know, I got plenty of whores for friends. So I stand up for the whores.
Someone said, can you cook? Have you ever made a delicious meal that's made a man come back, or did you have to get on your knees?
What? Who said that?
Live live.
Come on,
Yes,
y'all.
I can cook. And I don't go around sucking penises. That's not my thing. Like we gotta really be like, that's something special. I don't just do that. I'm not a clear woman. That's not a part of my repertoire. I don't just be out here getting on my knees, but absolutely know how to cook. All you gotta do is just look at my channel. You've seen me eating food that I prepared. And Storm and I did a live that shook the table when he was eating something that I made.
He definitely did. They felt some kind of way about that.
They said I did all types of voodoo and witchcraft. I said, oh my God. They was calling it yoni pasta. I said, this is a lot going on.
I
Damn.
remember that. They don't eat it. Don't eat it. Oh my god. I told that shit up. Shit, I was hungry.
That is funny. And I I love the whole like magic talk. Well, you and I talk about these things privately, but it's a little unfortunate that when to be candid and to be open, it's just the judgment so bad. Like they legit call us witches and warlocks. And it's like, dang, we don't even really get into what we, could. But it's interesting. And I like to talk about stuff like that. And I do touch on it on my channel. But the stigma around it in our culture is just
It,
annoying.
it's heavy, and they as soon as they hear it, it's like they just start, and it'd be like, can you let them get it out first? Just chill. Y'all make me talk like these niggas. Just vibe. Just vibe. Like
For
y'all,
real.
they be. Oh my god, no, this is of the devil. I'm like, wait a minute. So this is of the devil, but if I talk about zodiacs, y'all want to talk about that all day long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. it's so unfortunate because I mean, like, what do you all think our ancestors practice? Like, I still have incense from my great great grandmother from when she passed in 2015,
Oh
and I
wow.
just sprinkle a little, here or there when I need it. But she did all sorts of stuff: a horseshoe above the door, elephants with their butt toward the door for good luck and prosperity, cinnamon brooms. She had a protection doll sitting on her dresser. She washed her hands with Florida water, like all of these things. We always stayed in the Botanica. Like, that's what I grew up. But then she also had a picture of a white Jesus. So it was a little conflicting, but I don't like how it's demonized.
I think it's demonized because people don't understand it. And then people don't, if it ain't they think, okay, cool. Like, you don't have to do, you can do what you want. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess a lot of them be like, I don't even want to hear about it. Hold up. You listen to this music, you watch these television shows and movies, magic is all up in there.
Hello. I'm literally binging a Netflix show right now. What is it called? The Discovery of Witches.
I
And
haven't seen it.
it's really good. I think it just started like to be on Netflix, and it's all about demons, witches, warlocks, wizards, and even Disney. We grow up watching magic as children.
That part.
It's
That
crazy.
part. That is magic. Not to mention Disney was a PEDO, but
Oh
anyway,
my God, Jesus Christ, that part.
you know. Yeah,
But
you know. So.
I'm so annoyed because YouTube is like the notifications. I didn't even know you were live. I feel like I missed like majority of the show, but I see that you spoke about JLO, Beyonce, Tyrese, Halle Berry. I caught that, but I absolutely agree with you with Halle Berry was legit being penetrated by Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
And that's
I,
how she got that Oscar.
and she got that Oscar. Come on now, you've been in the industry way longer than me. Is
Hmm.
the shit about talent or is it about laying on your back for the right person? Oh, did it go out? Oh, went out. Hold up, it'll come back.
Hear me?
It went out briefly.
It's because I'm on my phone and it's like once my screen locks, then it goes off. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what it didn't used to do that before,
Okay.
but I guess I got to keep tapping it to make sure that the screen stays open. But yeah, it's true. Like you get breadcrumbs. I mean, it really just is about how free you are with your vessel. Like, what are you willing to do? And DJ Academics with his fat ass, he said it the best when he was talking about Carisha. He was like, rich men do not like women with boundaries and morals. They don't.
They
Not
don't.
especially in the industry because it's like you need it. I told you, man, some of the
Oh,
shit I heard and experienced, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like, I legit was told this is the way you need to come to my hotel room. And I'm just like, what? Like, I'm
yeah.
not.
I'm not
No.
doing that.
They don't, it's not about having class. Like, first of all, you gotta put a price tag on your vagina. You have to if you want to be in the entertainment, or you have to have a bottom line and agenda. You gotta be okay. I'm gonna screw with this person to get X amount, but you gotta make sure that it's written on a fucking piece of paper, or you have, a clear, like, you gotta have some type of leverage. You need to record a motherfucker. It's just so much that people be doing that nobody talks about. Well, they put it in some shows, but it really goes deep. And so with wealthier men, they want you to charge them, or they want you to be like, okay, I need you to do this, and I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to do. It's transactional, point blank,
It's,
period.
it's very transactional. And the thing about Carisha is like you done already came out and said you get pissed on, you get this, you get that. It's like,
Hmm.
and then she want to do all that crying, girl. I don't care about them tears.
Yep. Like, imagine how much she had to degrade herself. But I guess, she didn't look at it that way because A lot of times they be under heavy narcotics. They're drunk the fuck out. So you don't even really remember. It's like a blackout. You know, you do whatever and then you move on.
Yeah, but it be recorded. So it's
Oh,
like,
no, that part too. That part too, yeah.
you know, it's just like, imagine all the tapes that Diddy got on people.
He remember that video of him calling out a list of names?
I do. And then he never spoke. I don't know what happened after that.
What happened is somebody did whatever type of hootie cootie coo and made that video with Cassie come out.
Ah.
Because that came out right after that list was read off.
Yeah, because he called out everybody. And you know who also just get, and I talked about it with Kevin Hart's his ex-assistant or whatever. Kevin Hart just gives me like, I'll do anything for fame. Like he just gives me like they passed him around and fucked him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. That's why he's like the biggest A-lister. And he's not even that funny to me. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think he's that funny.
No, he's really not. And you know who else they trying to get right now? They trying to get Kai Cenat.
Did you see all of those weird Bizarro clips with him and Speed from the live stream they just did? Like, why were they in the shower together?
Why were they showering together? Why?
Like, what was the reason? And then like fighting, wrestling, like the whole thing is just weird.
And let's keep it real. We already know that Speed got initiated in by Aiden Ross when he was over there sleeping with them trans. We already know Speed gives, you know, he act gay anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really be real. That shit they do, they making a lot of money. Like Kai Cenat, on the low end, he said he makes $400K a month. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But what they're doing, can we just admit, it's also like it's pedophilic because why is Speed always in his drawers? Most of the people that watch him is kids, is little boys.
Yep.
And you shaking your ass and spreading your butt cheek. And I'm like, like kids are watching this shit?
Yep. It's crazy. And they know who their demographic is. It's all a part of mind control, the agenda. Like they just, man, we live in the devil's world. We just got to call it what it is. Like people don't want to say it out loud, but it's not even funny. It's just Candace Owens. I know a lot of people love to hate her, but when she was doing that sit down with Ray J and the trans woman, she said it best. I can't remember exactly how she worded it, so I'm not quoting it verbatim, but she pretty much was like, at one point, you know, everybody was being told to smoke cigarettes. They were in ads. Pregnant women were smoking cigarettes. It's social conditioning. It's MK Ultra. The media does it. They push it, pump it, and then it wasn't cool anymore. And then they came out with all of the campaigns in the 90s and the early 2000s and don't do drugs and all of this after it was heavily promoted. So it's just all a part of groupthink and the agenda.
You're right. You're right. And I do respect Candace for calling that part out.
Mm-hmm.
I do respect her for calling that part out, but I'm telling you, they trying to pop Kai. They trying to get him.
Yeah,
they love him some, and he little. They love him. They love him some Kai.
it seems like he's trying to fight it though.
He is, but Speed let him know. You see how strong Speed is? Speed let him know I can take it.
Did you see when Aiden Ross was trying to invite him to
Michael Rubin's party?
Yep, and he was like, "I'm not going." He said, "I'm not going to that. No."
And Aiden was like, "No, like, what do you like?" He couldn't believe Kai said no. Like, no.
I also remember. I mean, do you think that Kim and them they paid him to show up to North's party, or he just showed up for like the clout, like to?
No. I believe he got paid.
Okay, So he also vlogged it, and that thing got like millions of views. So, did you see the clip where North was trying to force him to put the tutu on
She
and
was
let him?
trying, yep, she was
And,
trying to get him to put the tutu on, and Kim was in the back just looking.
and he wanted to do his makeup, and he was like, "No, I'm not putting this. I'm not doing that."
I'm not. Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't do that shit on camera either. Ain't it weird that that's my line? Like I'll do a lot of shit, but I'm not putting on no fucking wig and makeup. I just feel like I could be. I said that since day one because I'm like everybody got to have a character, and I'm
Mhm.
like a black man putting on heels and makeup and a dress to be funny to me is just played out.
See, you got some type of integrity, although they make it seem like you just sell out and you. They say you gay for pay.
Right, but I won't put a wig on. I'm gay for pay, but I won't put. That would be the easiest fucking thing for me to do, and people would get, and I'd be just like all those other Instagram niggas. But then
Mhm.
if you see some like the one dude, I think his name Terry, they used to,
Yes.
yeah. Now he, oh, I'm a man. I'm a man. Too late. They all they know you is put on that wig, nigga.
And he was crashing out, like he was crying. Like it's because he's so conflicted, and that's my. For me, I feel like that's selling your soul. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like if
yes.
you're doing something that goes against your morale and you don't feel good about it when you're not actively doing it, then you should not do it. And this is why I won't pop coochie on OnlyFans because I wouldn't feel good about myself doing that. It has nothing to do with, although like I wouldn't want my brothers to see me like that. But outside of them, if that really was what I wanted to do and who I was, couldn't nobody tell me shit. I do what I want to do.
Period.
But if I don't feel, if it's not, if it's weird, or if I'm like, okay, this is awkward, like I, I'm not gonna talk about that, but I'll tell you later. Like when I did do something and I regretted it so bad, and it haunted me, and I was like, oh my god, like why did I do this? And it was because I just kept trying to step outside of myself because of people influencing me and pushing their agenda, and like, this is what you need to do and you should do this. And it doesn't work out. And ultimately, when you live a life like that, you have to self medicate.
That's a good point. That's why you see them doing all kinds of shit.
It's crazy. And going back to me saying that you have some type of integrity, like because I know you and we talk often, I'm going to do commentary when things are trending, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always going to be biased. I just need to put that out there because there's people always talking shit. They feel some type of way that I defend you and they don't like it because of for whatever reason. Bitch, build a bridge and get over it. Like I do social commentary like everybody else.
Yes.
When Storm is trending, you will see a million fucking videos. What the fuck makes you think that Love Jones is not going to make a video?
It's because you go against their narrative. They want to say, and my thing is, I've never hidden from who I am and really what I do, and but then they'll try to say, oh, he's evil, and you're like, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
He's not. Like, or just like when they tried to say, I sold a picture of my booty hole for $5.
That took me the fuck out of town. I said, one thing I know is that is not no cheap ass nigga. Like, if that, Jesus
Which is
Christ.
which is one thing I wouldn't fucking show, even though all the straight niggas doing it on OnlyFans and getting down. I wouldn't do it. But my thing is, I look and I said, this is a blatant lie. And then they go, well, such and such said, I don't give a damn what he said. That don't make it true.
It'd be that part for me. It's like once a person just comes out and says something, then you can't defend yourself because people, it's like confirmation bias. They already feel that way about you. So any little thing that's going to affirm what they already think, they're going to run with it.
It's true.
It's just ridiculous. But
Now,
I'm
now
not.
that I think about it, I should have got a picture of another booty hole and just showed that. It didn't have to be mine.
It's crazy though, because like you're not evil. You don't hate black women.
No.
You're not disrespectful toward me. people will be like, oh, well, does he take up you? You absolutely have multiple times. They just don't choose to see it because people don't always watch the content that we do. You've
Yeah,
come over to
and then they be mad, and it's just like, okay, just say you
you
don't
can't
like me.
you can't win. And then people just don't like me. I've seen people saying I hate that bitch. I'm like, damn, I don't even know y'all. Like, shit, hate is a strong word. Like, I can see if you don't like me, but you hate me, like shit. But hate and love lives on the same spectrum.
Facts.
And oh, this I needed to touch on this before I leave too. The whole the rumor that we're buying bots. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
That's an absolute lie. I have no reason to buy bots. Like, I'm not messing up my channel like that. It ain't even worth it. Like, I mean, whether they want to give me credit or not, I got this out the mud. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't like to give me that. But absolutely not. You not buying bots, I'm not buying bots. We're working. That's what we're doing. And we're drinking our water.
That part. And it's just thank you, Maria. But I'm so confused. Like, well, I guess I get, and then people be like, oh, she always think everybody hating. That's not, that's not my ministry. I always think everybody love me. I'm that type of delusional. I don't think
Mm,
everybody hates me. I'll be
mm.
like, everybody loves me. People love me. That's if you. The thing is, people only they cherry pick and they only watch certain types of content, and then they say that's all you do. You know what I mean? Like, oh, all you do is take up the storm. Bitch, you only come over here when that's going on. You don't watch any other time. And but that like making up a lie that I'm buying bots or buying views, why would I fuck with my AdSense like that? Who is stupid like that in 2024? Like,
And it just ain't worth it. Like it ain't worth it. But those are people that are jealous. Those are people that are not minding their business. And look at what they're doing, crashing out on the strip, about to get their ass beat. Like, and I was looking at that like, damn, he almost got something. If he can just interview people, just do that, he got some. But then he started talking crazy, and then started talking crazy at the women, and it's just
yeah.
like, but y'all supporting this, but y'all, it's like it's like any little thing I do, they love to criticize. But you know what? I don't care. I'm here for it. Like, y'all can have an issue with me, and I'm absolutely okay with you having an issue with me because you're not going nowhere. You know why? Because people love to obsess over me.
That part. It's like, people love you so much that they start to hate you. Love and hate is on the same spectrum. And it's just so unfortunate because you get this narrative of being a bad guy when there's literal people out here in the street calling black women black bitches, bald headed bitches,
Yup, yup.
calling their husbands coon, NIGGER, like just cussing them out like a dog in the street. And I'm like, yo, like, what? How is this acceptable? But if that was Storm Monroe, the internet would be on fire. It
It
would be
would be
set ablaze.
it would be on fire if I did some mess like that. Now, if I really want to be petty, I could go to the Vegas Strip and interview people and get a lot of views just to mess with that person.
For real.
They'd be trying to find, where is he at? I'm good. I gotta go find him. I got
It's crazy. I just be looking around like how, and then everybody gets to be under the guise of mental illness. Bitch, we're black in America. We all got some type of mental illness. The fuck, bitch. People are well enough aware of what they're doing to
Yep.
log in, to put a green screen up behind them, to count them dollars and them coins. People are not the intelligence is not lacking when it comes to getting to that money, asking for a super chat, asking people to donate, and then they'll say that you begging for donations when they legit do that. It's a
I'm
lot
at
of projection going on.
It is, and I'm absolutely asking for cash apps, PayPal
Period.
donations, Absolutely. Don't the church always ask for money? Didn't Keon just ask some people for $4.4 million? So you damn right somebody can send me $15, can send me $5, can send me 20, can send me what's the problem? What's the problem?
I don't know. It's just like they just love trying to shame you. It's weird, but y'all make sure y'all sending them super chats. Period. Run it up. And I honestly, like I was saying before, and I was like, people say, oh, they just think people hating. That people are fucking hating. That's hating. That's hating. That's hater energy.
All day long.
There's no other way to describe that. That's hater energy. It's envy energy. It's jealousy energy. Like, there's no other way to turn that key.
Yeah, they hate me, but I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to soar. I'm going to continue to be great. It doesn't matter. And this is what they be so mad about. Honestly, it don't matter what I do. I'm going to succeed.
Period. Because you're a chosen one. Because you're a chosen one. And Danny said ignoring the opinions of the masses feel great. That's easy to say, but when people are actively trying to flag your channel and sabotage your channel and mess with your bag, that's not something to just ignore. When people are encouraging troll farms, which the way to say they swear storm is setting up troll farms. But when they're actually doing that, like sending people to strike our channels, like I don't think y'all understand what's going on. That's crazy.
It is, and especially when people try to mess with your real life, or when people just they're mad just because you don't want to talk to them, and it's just like, and I sit back and I be looking at myself in the mirror, and I learned this from Lud Jones, and I just be like, damn, like you great, like
period.
Like you really that nigga. I make people crash out.
You don't even be doing shit.
They don't be doing shit.
It's that part. Your ass pop up here and there. Like you really be all the way out the way. Don't nobody know where the hell you at or what you got going on. And they still mad.
Still mad. Still mad.
It's crazy. They get mad when you don't want to sleep with them. That's true, Cece.
They do.
And the thing is, like, I don't know. I feel like we've spoken about this so much, but it's just such a heavy topic. Like, I still get comments about your sexuality, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why do they want you to be taking a peen so bad? Like, I just don't understand it.
I often wonder why, because I'm like, even if I did live that lifestyle, what is that gonna do for you? How is that gonna change your life? How is that, like, even if I was that way, you wouldn't have access to me.
That part. It's not like they would magically be a part of your circle, your inner circle.
No. So I just I don't get it. I don't get it. and then when they like, oh well, okay, I guess he ain't done no gay shit. I remember one dude was like, well, even if he hasn't done no gay stuff, he has he's considered it and thought about it. I'm like, so now you in my head now? Like,
or they try to say that you was living life like that pastor who just doesn't act on his urges.
Yes. According to them, I want a man so bad.
But you just don't do it.
But why? Why won't I do it? Can't say family, can't say career. What's the problem? Then they give me with this. He's scared. Bitch, scared of what?
Like
none of these niggas are nothing to be scared of. Bitch, I know actual killers. What do I have to be scared of?
It's legit 2024. Like, I just, people need to move on with their lives. They really do. And they still bringing up my birthday live. That shit next week will be 1 year.
They still bringing it
up. 1 fucking year since that happened. And they're still bringing that up.
They bringing up that, and they went crazy for that Houston vlog.
Oh my God, yes. That 7 fucking minute video.
And the part that just sticks out to me, they said, "This can't be real. Storm doing all the talking."
That shit is crazy. I'm like, exactly, Maria. And that's why I windmill, quote unquote, because people don't know him. And I actually do know him. I know him more than a lot of people probably even think that we know each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I know that it's not my job. I don't have to do shit. But like I said, if I did not know Storm, I'd still be on this journey. I'd still be doing the Love Jones show. And I'd still be talking about trending topics. And this nigga is a trending topic. So I would still be giving commentary on what's going on. That goes over y'all's head. Before I ever met Storm in person, I was making videos about Storm and Larry Reed and Armand. Like, I made videos about things that was trending. And this is when we were just merely like basic acquaintances. So
Yeah.
This is not new.
It's not new. And what really gets me is like, y'all, like, they really, how can I put this? I revived so many people's YouTube channels when I read them for filth. People were coming out of nowhere that hadn't been on YouTube in years.
Yo.
In years. And out of nowhere, they done set up a channel and they ran to Best Buy and got some podcasting mics. And I'm like, I ain't heard of this person in years.
That is funny.
So I'm really the reviver. I'm daddy. I'm daddy to a lot of people.
Yo, you be getting the algorithm jumping. You get people jumping in the algorithm. You really, truly do. But instead of saying thank you, they want to cuss you out like a dog and drag you.
Because instead of saying thank you for me paying their light bill, paying their rent,
giving them something to talk about for 40 days.
Something to talk about. And I'll just never forget when Conscious TV did that live, and he was like, "Why y'all dragging Storm about his sexuality?" That was a 10-hour live.
That's crazy.
About my sexual. I'm like, I'm a celebrity.
Period. Maria said, I don't think Storm realizes how much clout he has on here. Storm know. He know he that nigga.
I definitely realized it over the last couple of years when people was getting private eyes and private investigators. I'm like, wait.
It was that part. One of them said they was gonna take out a second job. I said, this is too much.
And think about that. You're gonna get a second job not to invest, not to pay off your debt, not to invest in yourself, to follow Storm.
To hire a private investigator, but then you crashing out on the internet saying you can't pay your rent. The math don't math. The math just don't be mathing.
The math don't math. But I'm gonna take this last call and then wrap up.
Okay. Yes. Bye. Later. Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
Take it easy. All right. D, you the last one for the night.
Hey Storm, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I hope you guys can hear me pretty good. I was listening in, and Love Jones is right, and a couple other people said this too. I didn't get no notification, and I'm subscribed to all, so that was kind of crazy. And this is going on with you, Hassan Campbell, and a couple of other YouTubers, and I think this is like really not fair.
I agree. So, I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why YouTube does that. I don't know.
And I guess because y'all don't follow guidelines, but anywho, I still be looking for the real, so, and you part of that. Also I wanted to point out, listen, I've been watching you for years, even when you was with Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you fine, whether you gay or straight, I don't give a darn. What's your number? No, I'm just joking. But I just wanted to chat with you about the first couple of callers though. I
Yeah.
didn't like what they said. I mean, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but you cannot throw shade at these celebrities for doing what they're doing, and you practicing the same stuff that they're practicing, mind you. And I'm speaking from experience. Long story short, I have warlocks and witches in my family. I never knew that they were,
Oh wow.
but from what I was seeing when I was spending the night at their house, the outcome of their children, all of them promiscuous, um, and got to have it. That's a problem. But when you get out of that lifestyle and you start realizing, why did I even involve myself with them? Then you really start realizing that yes, you was under a spell, you was under AK Ultra, whatever you want to call it, by that in the person that was the witch, I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Um Long story short, I did give my life to God.
Good.
Um I did get baptized, and in the mix of all of that, I was sitting in church one day. Me and this lady was kind of cracking jokes, but listening to the pastor at the same time, well, prophet. And all of a sudden, I heard a demon speaking in the back of me.
What?
Everybody got spooked out. My mama was sitting right next to me, and she was like, I said, Mama, did you hear that? She was like, Nah, I ain't hear nothing. I said, but did you hear when prophet said, don't look back? She was telling the church not to look back. And me and the other lady, we wanted to look back because we were curious. We were like, what the hell going on? But I heard that demon talking. She told that demon, listen, you bothering my spirit. If you don't want to hear what I got to say, you can walk out. He did. Mind
Damn.
you, he went in the parking lot and started cussing out, calling all kind of bitches and hoes. I mean, I started laughing, but it resonated with me as a child because as a child, I seen some things I shouldn't have. I done seen Satan coming out of my room ceiling and everything. I didn't even had a demonic spirit come and have sex with me, and it looked like my little brother. Mind
Damn.
you, well, yeah, and me and my friend, I was sharing the bed with him at the time. Mind you, we still friends, and I don't have sexual intercourse with him. He understands my path right now where I'm going,
Okay.
but uh, I was calling his name, laying right next to him. I said, "Did you hear me calling your name?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "Something came in here and was having sex with me." And I got up and looked in the living room. My brother on the couch, knocked out asleep. That wasn't my brother.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, I'm trying to say, long story short, to tell people these demons are real. I don't care what people say about what they do. What you do is what you do. That's fine. That's your life. But don't drag other people down with you because other people might don't know how to get out of that situation like you might know how to. So don't drag other people down with you. Do it by yourself. Don't get online dogging out Jesus. Leave him alone. Jesus already got enough problems. Jesus might not work for you, but he might work for somebody else. Don't discourage people from trying out both sides. People got to figure out what they want to do.
That's
Don't try
true.
to manipulate people to do it your way. No, I can't tell you, oh, go Jesus route. That's the right thing. It might not be right for you. You got to find that out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when people be like, oh, well, the Christians that all this stuff going on in the world, listen, we don't speak until Jesus tell us to speak. And he told me to wait on his phone and defend him tonight. Mind you, it's 3 o'clock in here in Florida. I'm supposed to be getting ready for bed. But I had to say something because what was said was false. Talking about all they do is all this Jesus stuff. One caller was talking about that. I forgot her name. She was Latina or something. And like I said, I don't have a problem with nobody, but when you try to downplay Christianity to raise your stuff up, I got a problem with that. Don't do that.
I heard
Talk
that.
about Talk about what you want to talk about. That's fine. I don't mind, learning different people, heritage, religion. I don't mind. But when you start stepping on my toes when you talk about my father, I have a problem. Seriously, I have a problem. Because when the time comes, you're going to realize that you've been making a mistake and dragging other people down a rabbit hole with you. And now you got you and everybody else in here with you because you was misleading people. Now, mind you, long story short, and I'm going to get off this phone and let you go to, get some sleep. How can you serve a man that came from sperm like you when Jesus Christ came through this earth through God Himself? So you gonna sit there and say you believe in God and not Jesus? You a lie. You calling God a liar? Because God said Jesus Christ is the Son of God, and you can't get through me without getting through Him. Hello. He ain't say nothing about Big Tom and Harry and all them Muslim, and he ain't say nothing about none of that. He said Jesus Christ is the chosen one. So either you gonna respect what God say or you ain't. But don't be disrespectful and try to mislead other people for not giving Him a try.
I heard
That's
that.
all I want to say.
He came on and said it straight. Thank you so much for coming up.
All right, thank you and good night, everybody. I appreciate y'all letting me talk. Thank you for letting me come on. I'm sorry I'm long-winded, but
No,
I've been waiting a long time to say this stuff.
You good. You have a good night, all right?
You too, sweetie. Be good.
All right now. Bye-bye. All right, that was the last caller. Shout out to Deb. It was the last caller for tonight because I've been on 3 hours. I gotta clock out. But shout out to D Kelly. Shout out to everybody that came up. This was a fun show. We did 3 hours and this went by fast. Like that, I didn't like. Wow. Okay. This went by fast. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, people. And we'll be back later. Well, later today. I mean, it's the 21st now. Yeah, I have to come live later this morning, and we got to get into the DJ academics and a sexual assault paperwork. It's deep. It's deep. And I don't know. He may really go to jail or he may really have to pay out some money to this girl. I don't know, but it's definitely deep. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and I will catch you all later.
It's Storm Show.